Hey guys, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another session of Stock Sniper Trading. Hope everyone's having a good morning so far. Guys, quickly before we begin, obviously check in the the description of our disclaimer. We're not financial advisors, so any trades taken are upon you. If you don't know anything about trading and you need some consultation, make sure to contact a financial advisor before placing any trades. It'll just help give you a little more advice, obviously, but what we're providing is free technical and fundamental analysis for educational purposes. So, guys, let's get down to business. Before we do that, you can see it's around 6:49 my time. Quickly wanted to go over one of the trade ideas for GBPJPY that we sent to our group yesterday. All right, so as you can see, sniper trap and gap clearly shows nice consolidation movement here. As soon as it starts to break down, right, goes into obviously a nice amount of pips. And this is on the 15-minute time frame. All right, you can see that if you are entering, came to back into the consolidative area, was rejected for another touch, and then it obviously sold off huge, and it is still currently running GBPJPY. So guys, these are the types of trade ideas that we're giving now. We're launching something very soon that will be announced on the website, and I already sent it to our VIP group right now, so just keep in mind that we're launching something pretty special, I think, and I can't wait for everyone to be a part of it. And yeah, so guys, this is GBPJPY. For the members who did take this, you can see you are currently running in profit in terms of a good amount of pips. It's roughly 80 plus pips and running. All right, so we'll monitor this trade and we'll look for any maybe pullbacks or potential reversals. All right, so what we're going to do, obviously, same thing as every call. We're going to look for gold. All right, you can see that gold is starting to make a potential breakout right before 7 a.m. Remember, we talked about these hourly candles. All right, so we're not going to start on the 15. We're obviously going to start from doing our top-down analysis. All right, so if we do this, let's make it a full screen here. All right, you can see I already have an RSI just kind of minimized. You can see where we're currently trading on the daily. Before I go down, let's mark our 50 point right here, which will show 50% of the actual RSI, not compared to the 70% which is overbought and below 30 which is oversold. All right, so I'm going to keep that on, and we're going to check it from as we're moving down. All right, so you can see as we add on our 200 exponential moving average and our 9 EMA. So at the daily time frame, you can see that we're starting to form a little bit of support here right around that 1783 mark. You can tell by the support of this previous candle here on October 22nd, and then yesterday, October 26th, and now we're currently opening up with a large bottom wick on today. All right, so let's have a good top-down analysis leading into our obvious 7 a.m. We have 8:30 news, guys. I'll go over that in a second, but I just want to quickly get this done. In here, guys, we have a small little demand area forming on the daily. So a nice little pool of buyers have accumulated right across. You can see it's forming some support, and then obviously we have some indecision before breaking bullish in this area right here on October 21st. All right. So we're going to do the top down, and then we'll quickly view our news, check with the DXY, and then we'll go from there. All right, so make sure you understand that I'm doing higher time frame support and resistance based on my white pearl horizontal ray, and then we're obviously going to mark up the high, roughly 1813 point, obviously almost 1814. All right, so you can see we're getting held up with some rejection at the 200 exponential moving average. We did push back down and close below it, but you can see we're still above that 9 EMA on the daily, as well as we're still above the 50 line. So gold does have a lot of opportunity to try to make a lot of push to the upside, see if we can break that 200 EMA. If not, it's going to hold with rejection here and push back down, obviously, in this current demand zone. All right, so from the daily, let's drop it down to the 4 hour. When I start to do this, I like to erase my EMA, my 9, just so I can see the actual overall clear, more indication of support and resistance. All right, so every time that we're coming in this area right here, you can see clear as day, price is getting pushed back up. All right, so the current candle, which is the 5 a.m. candle here, which is the 4 hour candle, you can see touch demand starting to rise now. All right, so what we want to do is gather our next area of resistance. You can see if I draw this and slide this over, it's acting as once previous support here, push back down, and then they closed it above and then continued in the bearish momentum, filling this previous wick right here. Miss Pre, if you understand, we were doing this last night. We just filled that previous wick when I was doing that one-on-one with you. All right, so next area would obviously be this top wick right here, which would be trapping this previous two candles on 1300 on October 26th and 1700 on October 26th. All right, so if we do break above there, we'll just continue to walk our way up. All right, you can also draw a nice little area. Oh, sorry guys, don't want to do that. On the hourly candle, which we're going to drop to right now. And then you can start to see that as soon as we bounce now from the daily all the way to the hourly, you can see these candles are starting to break above that 200 exponential moving average, looking to charge and get into this area roughly around 1791. All right. Guys, if you don't like how I just put down RSI, like I don't know what to say. If that's one thing you want to critique it about, I appreciate that, and we'll look at maybe changing that, but I like putting it just on there for the reason. All right, so you can see anytime we come up in this area right here, it is nice supply area. All right, every time push, rejection, closing below resistance now, which was once acting as support, rejection, now we're holding support above that 200 exponential moving average, looking for the way to go up. All right, so you can see I want to get the next area on the left, which would be breaking down these previous candles at 3 and 2 a.m. So another smaller demand area, you can see we're starting to form at roughly around 1785 and 1786 area, and it's just the bottoms of these candles and the bottom of this top wick where we have here. If we do break here, you can see that we have another daily demand zone which is forming at the bottom. So let's make sure we're updating this in terms of color so it understands. From the hourly, we're going to drop down to the 30-minute now. All right, and you can see that clear as day, we are in a little bit of a downtrend starting to form. You can see by these top wicks right here going onto the bodies. Right, so we got to see now if we're going to break above this, which if that's the case, you can see it might be forming a neckline right around this area, 1791, roughly 1791 area. All right, so it'll be a little bit different from TradingView than MetaTrader. All right, so just keep that in mind, but we are forming some nice downtrend on the 30-minute. All right, so let's update this here in terms of, so we don't have that large line going across for the horizontal ray. And you can see this is the overall outlook. I'm going to label these so you understand actually what these areas are. As we start to drop down. Okay, and then we'll get the daily demand. All right, perfect. So this is gold on the 30-minute now. Let's drop it now down to the 15. You can see that the 30-minute negative descending angle is actually holding a lot of good weight in terms of actual rejection. So we do know that this is a higher time frame resistance, right? And also if it breaks above here, we have the next leg up, which will be around that 1791 area. All right. So hopefully you guys can understand what they're doing. I'm just slowing it down a little bit so you can see. All right, before we make our next move down to the 5-minute, I want to get these candles broken down, looking for key support and resistance based on the breakdown of this actual 50 to 15-minute candles. So drop it now down to the 5, reset our chart. This is what it's looking like. All right, you can see as soon as it makes it up to the 200, it actually hits that 30-minute rejection point. We made a nice little bounce at around 1788.5, all right, which is this candle right here. If we draw it across, you can see it was once previous resistance. And then draw that here, change it to baby blue. All right, it's my bad, I should have mentioned that. Everything below hourly is going to be baby blue horizontal rays. All right, that's my bad. I should have explained that before. And then you can see on the 15-minute, we currently have the next leg up. All right, if you guys are having trouble determining which trend or which way price is actually going, we have 3 white horse pattern here. This is a bullish engulfing candlestick coming out of the lower time frame demand area, right? Holding support, and now we're walking our way up. So nice area of support forming here from coming out of your 3-bar play, which is your 3 white soldiers. Now you can see as soon as we get into this area right here, it's getting rejected at the 200 as well as that 30-minute time frame rejection area. So now this is on the 5-minute. All right, we have 1 more minute until 7. So let's draw our key points, and then we'll get down to business here. Or you can run a trailing stop if you guys know what that is. All right. Okay, and then this is what we're looking at doing right now. All right. So key points so far, guys. All right, the goal is 10-15 pips. Once you have that, move your stop loss to break even. Remember, gold was rejected and closed below the daily 200 exponential moving average. We're still above the 9 on the EMA, so we're kind of in a midpoint before making our next move. Do not over leverage, all right, and use proper risk management when you're trading. 3-bar play on gold was rejected. 30-minute time frame was rejected at 200. Let's see where we're currently at if we add on our 9-day EMA. All right, so anywhere while we're looking for our next move, it's going to be around here. All right, you can see price is extremely overextended above the 9 EMA, and then price is actually starting to get drawn back to it. Now we're going to see if it's going to hold true in terms of rejection, which you'll see it start to add like a nice little bounce here. So you'll see a bottom wick starting to form if price is going to get truly rejected and start to flip bullish again. If not, you're just going to see this thing break here, which initially will come back down to this support area at 1788, which once in previous time was acting as resistance. So another key point, all right, wait for the hourly candle to close before making your next move. We're coming back into a key area right now, guys. You can see that, let me just make this a little bit bigger here. There you go. All right, steady downtrends. All right, but now this is the key area which will act as our next move. If it breaks down here, you can expect it to come back down roughly to 1787.5. And if it breaks there, you can see it possibly coming back down to our higher time frame, hourly 4-hour small demand area. Breaking that, you will have an overall daily demand. All right. Okay, guys, so 2 minutes left here on this hourly candle. Let's wait and see what's actually going to happen here. So the potential movements on gold in terms of just drawing like this type right here, you can see price, if it starts to drop here and close below this area, which is previous support, you can see now that we can actually maybe walk our way down, cleaning back up, coming back into this consolidation area. All right, guys, give me 1 second here. Just gonna check the chat here. I can see people are messaging me, check EuroCAD. Okay, buddy, I gotta put you in timeout for a second. Just chill out, man. We'll come back, and if we like EuroCAD, we'll look at EuroCAD. But for right now, what we're gonna be doing is gold, US30, and probably GBPUSD. All right. So that's if this breaks bearish. So we're gonna add a bearish area right there. Guys, give me 1 second. There we go. Now, You can see 3-bar play, a lot of bullish power coming in from these 3 candles right here. All right, so that's why you let this current candle close. There's about a minute left on it, and then we're going to wait and see what our next big move will be. You can see previous structure, it's kind of had an indecision right here, but it's actually found nice support after once being sold off. So we know that there's a lot of potential power here coming in either direction. All right, so that's why I'm saying if you want to just be cautious and be patient, waiting for the next candle to close. You can see this is the hourly candle to 7 a.m. You know, we saw what happened last time. They baited us into a sell yesterday, and then they flipped it bullish, right? And they had the continuation. So if you want to check out our current RSI, where we're at on the 5-minute, we are above the 50 line. All right, we're currently trading at around 60 area, not overbought currently. Still has a nice amount of move to make to the upside before doing so. If we haven't checked out Forex Factory yet, we can check this out currently. This is today. All right, so you can see at 8:30 we have orange folder news. All right, it's not red folder, but it's still going to have a nice impact on either gold, US30, or whatever we're trading at the time. All right, all USD pairs, so GBPUSD, Euro USD, Odd USD, all those types, they will be affected by this current pair right here. All right. Okay, the new candle just opened up. You can see it held above and bounced above that 9 exponential moving average, closing below previous support. So it's kind of like I mentioned to you, it's not having much gap fill in terms of the wick. It's still a little bit of indecision right now. So this is a perfect time for us to set up our areas. If price breaks above here, similar to or looking for, it's going to come to the 200 yet again. All right. Key thing we need to remember is this acts as resistance and support. It's a lagging indicator, but if it comes here, you can see it might do a consolidation move before making its next move, continuing to the upside, which could fill these 2 previous wicks over here. You'll see a nice breakout when it gets above here. For some reason, it always does that. A lot of volume being pumped on higher time frame, and we'll be looking good to go. All right. Okay, so 706 key areas right here. You can trap this, make it a neutral area. You can see pushed. Sorry, let me gather that a little better for you. There we go. All right. I'll add a 5 line right around here. Add our alerts, guys, and then we'll go back and chart another pair here. All right. Before making our next move. We are going to look to trade Nasdaq today. Actually, we're going to do that at market open. US30, we're just going to look to trade before. Okay. So in terms of price, if you want to know these key areas right here, they are on the side. All right. If you can't see them right here, a price flag will be obviously put on always a horizontal ray, and you can check out the numbers right there. All right. If you can't see it, just zoom in and we'll be good to go. All right. What do you guys want me to chart first? GBPUSD or US30? What are you guys thinking? What do you guys want? Gotta let me know in the chat. Guys, I'm not going to do Nasdaq just yet. All right. US30 is going to be done before GBPUSD or US30. All right. Okay, so we have a lot of GU right now. Okay, so we'll look at charting GU. We're going to wait on gold for 2 seconds here. I want to wait till at least 7:15 before we have our next move on gold. All right, and then we'll go actually chart GBPUSD. And then after that, we'll chart US30 for you. All right. Okay, so remember the key areas, guys. For buys, if you're getting in 1789 point roughly 4 area, right? We got to wait for a close above here. You remember we're battling an overall downtrend. All right, so we need to close above. That's why I'm having this shoot above here, close, consolidate within this area before making its next move. If you're getting impulse, head faked out, price is shooting up and shooting right back down. All right, keep this in mind. This is not a buy or sell channel. I put it right in the description. If the trades go bullish, we need to wait for confirmation. If you guys are not familiar with confirmation is, break, retest, holding above right here, and then walking our way to the upside right now. Remember, we have nice bullish 3-bar play that currently just happened. All right, now waiting to see if the overall downtrend is going to hold true. All right, if it does hold the double top, guys, like I said, this is a quick move, 10-15 pips. All right, getting rejected. If it gets rejected here, we can look at entering maybe the sell for the double top. Absolutely. If it doesn't break through the double top, you can see it's just going to reject it and maybe continue in the bearish downtrend. This is the outlook on the 15-minute on gold. All right. You can see still on the 15 minutes we are in bullish momentum. Price is starting to stagnate. If you see horizontally, it's clear as day getting rejected, but price is starting to make a downtrend. All right, this area right here, 1791, which is acting as resistance, if it holds true for this bullish momentum that you're just starting to see on the 15-minute, which is an engulfing candlestick, this could act as a double bottom before making its next move to the upside. All right. So let's drop down to the 5 now, and we'll be good to go. So if you need to see this based on actual putting on a chart right here, I'll do both for you. Remember, your stop loss is a trap, and if we're walking our way up here, we're looking at a nice move from this area. It's looking at a 1-to-1 right here. All right, looking at 10 pips. Okay, but it's got a break and hold, and an actual trap for overall stop would be 10 pips. All right, so right now we're at a trade where it's potentially a 1-to-1. All right, 1789 all the way to 1789.4 to 1790.5. All right, so remember, this is a 1-to-1 R to R. So for based on your account, can you handle 1-to-1s, or are you more of a 1-to-3 risk trader? Scalping 10-15 pips, like I said, we moved our stop loss to break even. All right, if you guys understand that, that's what we're looking to do. Same thing with the bottom here. If you remember how I showed you the GBPUSD chart, or sorry, GBPJPY, consolidative trap, head fake in terms of the bullish uptrend, rejection, we have a 3 wick play right here, getting wick down between 157.2 before having our overall huge sell-off here, leading to around an 80 pip drop. Same thing that we're looking to do on gold. We're looking to trap, waiting for the breakout for the next big movement here. All right. So we might have to wait a little bit on gold. Like I said, it's 712. All right, so we want to wait till 7:15 to see how the first 15-minute candle is going to look, how it's going to close, and how we're maybe going to predict our next actual position. All right, so let's check out GBPUSD. All right, I want to start doing at least one pair for you guys. All right, just so you can start to see. I haven't erased it even since yesterday. So if we go to the 15-minute, you can see, guys, if you actually held GBPUSD from yesterday at 1.38066, I haven't erased this. This was trading live yesterday. If you actually just held that trade, you can see where we're currently at. You'd be up a shit ton of pips. I'm not saying that we held it or whatever you may looking, but I want to show you something that if you are a long-term swing trader, 5 minutes is only the start, right? It gets you into key positions to hold for overall daily continuation leading into the next session. All right, so look at this, guys. I'm not saying anything. I'm just wanting to show you that if you held from our trade yesterday in terms of swings, right, you'd be up over, who knows, we're going to say over 80 pips, right, in terms of the 5-minute entries, but you could have flipped over the 15 or the hourly time frame. All right, so let's erase this and then go to the daily. GBPUSD. We'll quickly check out gold. I have alerts set, so we'll watch and see this in 2 seconds. All right. So this is the huge sell-off that we had yesterday. You can see it's now looking to test that overall 200 exponential moving average. It has a nice potential to make a head and shoulder here. Here's a shoulder. We have a head here and potentially another shoulder for the left. See if we're going to actually get the breakdown. You can see that the 9 EMA is starting to curl, and it's a lot of volume leading into that 200 EMA. So I want to keep my 200 on actually. Want it to race the 9. There we go. Perfect, guys. Perfect. So in terms of the RSI, you can see we're right at that 50 mark. It's at key area. That 200 exponential moving average you can see is acting as the 50 line on the RSI. All right. So we're going to have to switch our horizontal rays. So they are white for higher time frame, and then we're going to drop down to the lower time frame and use baby blue as well. Okay, so for GBPUSD, you can see right across the board, every time it comes to the 200 exponential average, getting rejected or acting as resistance. We're going to see now if it's going to act as support or if it's going to then break through and look for resistance, similar to this situation, what happened with a 3-bar play roughly at around September 20th. All right, gold is flying. Okay, we'll go back and check this in 2 seconds. I just want to get some charting done. We'll have the alert set, guys, so it's looking good. All right, so this is GBPUSD based now on the 4-hour. Just make sure we're tightening it up. Looking at make the next move. So I want to break down this 4-hour candle here. You can see this acting a lot of resistance as soon as they get below here, but it's also acting as a nice previous support. So that's a massive drop here, guys, at 1 a.m. You know what I mean? That's huge. It's huge, dropping now into the, like I said, this exponential area. We had no GU news previously in the day for London, but obviously London has had a nice move with a continuation. All right, so from the 4-hour, we're going to drop it now down to the hourly. We're going to tighten up everything that we've done on the 4-hour to the actual hourly candle. See, so if we look here, every time we've come in this area once before, the buyers have accumulated, trying to push right here. We're going to see now if it's going to hold true or if it's going to continue in the selling pressure. From the hourly on the RSI, you can see they're very low here, right? It's not an oversold territory, but again, you can see that it is very low. So completely not oversold, but it's in that kind of territory, all right? Guys, if you want buy or sell signals, the best thing you can do is flip to another channel, all right? This is free technical and fundamental analysis for you guys, all right? Now we have some nice key wick resistance right here. I want to change this to neutral. All right. Just want to see if we get any break resistance here. You can see we have an inverse head and shoulder pattern forming here, which would lead to that massive breakout to the next area. So we know that in this previous area too, another key demand area. All right. So let's drop it now down to 30-minute. So in terms of our RSI, people, you can see that price is starting to make a little bit of an uptrend here on the 30-minute, and it's starting to make a downtrend. All right. So let's just watch and see how this play is going to actually play out. If we're going to find nice support here, it's starting to walk back up. I want to flip over here. Might be a little bit. There we go. Okay. Nice resistance formed on this current rejection area, which is the body. 4 leading into the break. We got to change this to baby blue, leading for the horizontal ray. I haven't hit any alert system just yet, guys, in terms of the for gold, so let's just wait and see for the continuation or breakdown on gold. All right, we will get a nice alert here starting to form, so we'll be ready for it. Okay, this is GBPUSD on the 15-minute for the people who are just starting to join. All right, we're good to go. I want to see it on the 5-minute now. All right, guys, so now we're in lower time frame, looking for some nice opportunities for GU scalping. All right, let's check where terms we're at in the RSI. You can see that we made a nice little bullish bounce. This is a bullish engulfing candlestick here, so let's see if we're actually going to get some bullish momentum starting to form here on GBPUSD, maybe for a quick retracement back up to this key area which had some previous consolidation right here. Neutral area. We're making our next move. All right, that's a bullish engulfing candlestick here, so let's just wait and see if that's going to act true. All right, so keep this in our reminders for the next move. So you can see it's starting to push down, holding at demand. We're going to add now our 9 EMA, and we're going to flip back to gold. All right, starting to break above here, looking for the overall entry right above the 9 EMA. All right, so if GU starts to break above here, guys, you can look for somewhere. Oh, sorry, I used the wrong one. If it gets held here, you can see it's going to start to reject, right? Come back into this demand, potentially continue in the bearish trend. If it holds, what we're going to do is we're going to break above here, most likely come into this previous consolidation area, right, for making our next move, and then we're going to see if we're going to take walk to the upside. And this is for GBPUSD, guys, a pair. All right, so keep this in mind. A lot of people, like I said, you're used to US 30. GBP moves a little slower. We're still going to get very nice moves, though. All right, so we're at the key break area of 1.3730. 37230. All right, so let's add an alert here, and we'll add an alert on this horizontal ray. All right, so you don't need my visual. You can see this might be a short-term pullback here for anything. So let's watch on GBPUSD. There's still 2 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, so let's go back and check now our gold. All right, so let me move that back here, guys, so you can see gold actually hit a 10 pip TP. All right, you can see it's now starting to break above here. Remember, we had that overall, I set it by 1789.4. This is the area right here, right? You can see now we're starting to walk up. Now this is be your first area, which would act as your TP. All right, so 1789, 1790 minus your spreading commission, you might be up 8 pips, depending if you got in or not. All right, now you have to remember this stop loss. If you would like to move it to break even, you can. If you don't want to, you can give the trade some room to breathe. All right, or you can completely close the trade. Securing 10 pips, 11 pips, some people have trouble securing 5. All right, this is a breakout on the first hourly candle here that we opened at 7. We waited for 7:05 to happen. The current 7 candle tried to head fake us out, so this is one of our bait candles. All right, that's why I told you to wait. For you guys that were joining yesterday, all right, there you go. This bait candle occurred because you would not have waited. all right, you would have jumped in right at 7. You would not have let the candle close. You can see it actually did the same thing as yesterday. All right, it tried to head fake us going bearish, tried to break below the 9 EMA. You can see how it's so important to hold this here, right? It held support. Now it's looking good in terms of the breakout. Broke above that 30-minute downtrend, pushed through the overall 200 EMA, pushing through. Right now you can see they're starting to get some resistance, but there's still around 10 pips in TP from the overall 1789. So if you're in this, you have to remember there's a lot of top wick here. All right, we are holding, but there's a lot of top wick. It's like making sure the goal 10-15 pips once secured, move your stop loss to break even, or you can leave a running trailing stop, whichever you may feel. This doesn't have to be just break even. You can look to secure the trade for 10 pips and you're good to go. All right, because what price can do is actually retrace and come back down. You can see how what they're trying to flip it. Remember, I mentioned at the 200 exponential moving average, there's always some kind of consolidation area or head fake before making the next move. All right, so if you guys, what are your brokers on your spreads? Okay, what are your brokers on your spreads, guys? 3 times the spread. Okay, guys, that's I need to know this. All right, so if you guys want to let me know, if they're horrible, we can flip to another pair until they become a little bit better, right? But the 1789.4 to 1790.5, you're looking at 10 pips. All right, so now if you didn't secure the trade, you're looking at maybe getting it reversed now. Let's see if it's going to hold actually the retest at the overall downtrend and the 9 EMA. All right. Okay, so remember, goal is hit. The goal was hit. Now we're reversing back, retesting that overall breakout of the consolidation box here. If this is starting to form a double top, the price will then break through this 9 EMA and this 30-minute, and then look for coming back down in this area right here. All right, so let's just wait and see what's actually going to happen, and then we'll rack based on the candle after it closes. Let this candle do its thing, all right, before making its next move. You can see that the RSI is making potentially a double top right here, right? So if it starts to break through here, it's going to come back down and potentially test the 50 line, which is going to be the overall roughly neckline for this candle. If it breaks, you're going to start to see it fall, continuing in the overall downtrend. All right, remember, gold is actually bearish as of late. The last 2 days have been bearish. So the short-term buys, 10, 5, 10, 15 pips depending on your spreads. I'm looking at you know what I mean, some of your spreads, guys. They're not the best for scalping right now. So if you're not comfortable trading gold, all right, I think that you should probably maybe stay away from it. We can look at GU. That's why I switched over to GU, because I think a lot of people were getting, you know what I mean, maybe slaughtered on the spreads alone. The trades look good for them, but the spreads actually killed them, right? So Fusion has a very low spread. There's a lot of other scalping brokers out there that have low spreads, all right? So just keep that in mind. All right, so this trade reverse back down now to break even. Look, remember on the RSI, getting a nice little top forming here. Price is actually moving parallel right to the side. Price is actually moving in an upward trending here. So there's a little bit of divergence spotted. That's why you're getting this sell off and a little bit of a pullback here. All right. So if you missed it, guys, if you missed this because of spreads, you're smart. All right. There's nothing wrong with that. 10, 15 pips on a nice broker with nice spreads, you can do some damage. If not, you got to work with what you get. All right. So remember, I have the break for the potential M pattern right down here. All right. You can see right clear as day that this could be what is starting to form before making its next move. Let me move this down here so you can see. I can put it at this current candle right here, which is the close of this body. I wanted to show you close of the body, big wick at the bottom, and then we have the blower candlestick right here. All right, so let's just wait and see how this is starting to play out, but it is looking at maybe potentially forming an M pattern. All right, so let's go check out our GBPUSD, and then we'll chart US30 as well. Okay, so GU, you can start to see it's breaking above here. Let's see if it's going to hold. All right, we're looking at to push, all the way to this area. But remember, on the higher time frame, GBPUSD is still in heavy selling pressure. All right, so these types of pullbacks, remember, they're short term. They're short term. All right, understand, just short term. Overall trend is still very bearish unless we're going to have massive news drop or some kind of guaranteed reversal, which obviously everyone knows there's no guarantees in this area. So guys, at least you took your profit. All right, at least you took your profit. If you didn't, you know what I mean, you're still in that kind of a losing area. You should be swiping out on gold, right? But at least you were understand the scalping method of 5, 10, 15 pips. All right, so GU's getting some rejection. Actually, there's about 12 seconds. I want to see how this next candle is going to close. Okay, here's going to be a retest on that 9 EMA and current rejection at roughly 1.37230. All right. Okay, remember, we're in a strong little uptrend here forming, but the overall trend, I'll mark this down for you, key points on GU. I think I need to put some key points on these guys as well, just so you guys can understand. Okay, so key points on GU so far. Remember, GU is an overall downtrend. So short-term pullbacks, like I said, if it starts to break above here, you're looking at maybe the R to R is not the greatest. So you can see how it's still holding above the 9 EMA, but we want to start to see some volume being pumped in here. There's not much happening. It's only 7:30. All right, it's only 7:30. Okay, keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. All right. Just wanting to follow gold. If I know a lot of people that are actually trading gold. So you can see, guys, if you didn't move your stop loss to break even, you're letting the trade breathe. You can see they did close it above that 9 exponential moving average right here, right? There is a lot of rejection wick at the top, so we're going to wait and see if it's going to hold or actually fold. The holding area is obviously the initial entry, but also that initial downtrend on the 30-minute that we had forming. All right. Does engulfing mean much on the 1 minute? It can for a short-term play. Yes, it can for a short-term play, but usually you want to look at these engulfing candlesticks at like 5, 10, 15 minutes, and obviously the higher time frames too. So okay, we're gonna look at US 32. US 30 is actually making a nice little move similar to gold. All right. Look at US 30, guys. So if we were trading US 30 a little bit at 7, you can see it's had a nice little breakout here. I'm going to do a top down on US 30. Guys, before that, I quickly got to let out my dog. He's going crazy. So give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back, and then we'll chart US 30 for you guys, okay? But you can see gold is actually starting to run bullish here. All right, it's holding that overall bullish trend. So that's why you don't always have to move your stop loss to break even. You can maybe move it a little bit below, maybe like a 2 pip, 3 pip area. Okay, you've never heard me say that, but that's also something that you can do, just so you're not always getting stopped out. You know what I mean? So give me 2 seconds, guys. I will be right back. I just gotta go let the dog out. He's going nuts right now. All right. So give me 1 second. Hey guys. All right. So you can see that gold had a nice little retracement here. So remember, this 30-minute downtrend acted as nice support. So we had a little bit of a head fake coming down bearish, and then the buyers took it back up and started to work to the upside. This is the wick right here that we need to watch. All right, it's starting to break above it, so it's looking pretty good, but we need to wait and see if it's actually price, because this candle just opened here. About 4 minutes and 22 seconds. All right, you can see how the current candle is starting to rise above this previous wick. It was once rejected, now it's starting to rise. All right, so you can now see that there's a nice top wick starting to form. So we'll wait and see if price is actually going to continue or if it's going to start to getting sold off here. You can see it's consolidated trap rate on RSI, looking to make its next move. What you'd be looking for is a break below here, okay, in terms of selling, and then it'll have its continuation. Obviously, we do know that if price breaks above and goes into overbought territory, right, you can start to look for your selling opportunities, looking for your actual price action. All right, you don't just want to enter in based on an RSI alert. It's not how RSI should be used. You want to make sure that you're understanding. There we go. You want to make sure that you're not using it as an actual rejection entry. You want to watch price in terms of the actual candlesticks itself, okay? So see, we can notice right at the 64 line was once a previous tip. Now we're trapped and gapped in here. So let's watch RSI in terms of rejection. Move it down there. Okay, 2 minutes left. Let's check out GBPUSD. Okay, there's GU, it's starting to push to the upside. All right, so it is starting to form here in this continuation. Let's see, the overall goal would be the first area, which would be pumped up right in this consolidation area. If price gets rejected at that 37255 area, you can look for actual continuation, pushing back down and closing like it once previous did, okay? So GU is looking pretty good. All right, let's see if we're actually going to hold that ramp, and all started because this bullish engulfing candlestick. All right, so still 2 minutes here. Let's see if we're going to get that nice ignition, the nice move, a lot of volume here, pushing to the upside. Target is overall here, guys. So roughly, if you're in this, could be 7 pips, looking to push up obviously into this consolidative area, which would roughly be maybe about 10 pips. All right. Guys, there's a lot of opportunity today, absolutely. Okay, so we're going to chart. What do you guys want to see charted first? Do you want to see US 30 or do you want to see Nasdaq? What do you guys think? What do you guys want? Let me know. Look at GU, guys. It's starting to close below. Every time it started to push above that 37230 area, it's getting rejected. There's still a lot of attempts. There's still a lot of volume here. There's still a lot of volume. All right, understand this. A lot of volume forming. In terms of overall momentum coming from down here, they've attempted many times, so it might be a matter of time before being patient, or unless the sellers are started to get just exhausted, which the buyers are going to get exhausted, and then the sellers are just going to come back down and hammer it back down to this overall demand. All right, so so if we look at gold now, remember I mentioned to you that around that 200 EMA, right, it does have a little bit of head fake action. If you've watched previous calls and stuff like that, I've been saying this for quite some time. It's going to have push, pull, push, pull, pull, push, pull, push, right, before making its next move. So this is all we're dealing with right now. But as you can see, there's still a lot of ignition, a lot of bullish momentum here. 3-bar play. This is another bullish engulfing candlestick right here that started this overall play. All right, so that's another bullish engulfing, just so you guys are understanding this, which led to that overall trend. Now we're going to see this is another engulfing candlestick right here. All right, this is a current bullish engulfing candlestick on this candle right at the 730, right? But you can see now that price is getting some top wick. It's trying to close below that 1790.5. All right, the new candle just opened, and we're trying to attempt to push to the upside again to maybe potentially fill these wicks. If we dive in deep and we look at this, all right, this current wick is higher than these two previous wicks right here. All right, so it is still making a higher high. To continue the overall trend, this candle has to come up and test this wick right here and break above it, coming into this area right here to continue the overall bullish uptrend. All right, if it doesn't and it starts to close below 1790, you can see that price is actually holding nice resistance around the high. But these two candles around 1790.5 area are starting to close, and then we'll see if we're going to close below this current area. All right. So let's take a look at our 15. You can see right now that it's above 52. Sorry, around above the 50 line. We're currently trading at 58. There's still a lot of ignition here, but we're going to see now what the next move is. Is it going to break up to the next area, which is just this previous area over here you can see? Or is it going to get rejected and form a nice little pattern here, triple top on the 15, which would be a double top at on the 5, and then continue the downtrend? You can see clear as day that price is starting to get rejected. All right, it's a little bit of indecision. This is currently the 740 candle. All right, this wick on the 15 is higher than this previous wick, so it's still going bullish. But when is going to be the reversal? When is going to be the pullback? All right, when is going to be the pullback? That's going to be the overall thing. All right, that's what we need to watch for. And when is going to be the overall next big move to the upside? Okay. So we're going to quickly check GU, and then I'm going to go chart US. I'm going to chart Nasdaq for you guys, then I'm going to chart US 30. Okay, remember we talked about GU having that nice little motion here. Nice little volume from this bullish engulfing candlestick. GU is currently running, all right, from 1.37230. Remember, the overall target is this area right here, all right? This area is roughly 10 pips. If you need me to put on this to show you this, to make you feel comfortable in looking at it, you can see overall target is roughly the top of this wick right there, which would be the sideways trading. You're looking for a stop loss. If you're in this, you know what I mean, you can adjust it based on your account, all right? If you're not, you can just watch, and you can see how basically you would maybe entering GU in terms of a 5-minute time frame, and then you can flip to a 15-minute looking for the overall trend. Okay. If not, you can just ride it out like this. It's a little more visual. That green can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. All right. So just keep this in mind. It's still above that 9, a little bit of top wick because current resistance has formed, but it is still bullish because of this engulfing candlestick with a continuation above the 9 EMA. All right, so let's see what's going to happen, guys. GU is still a little bit early. Wait, a lot of times we're entering in. We charted this around 7:30, so it's nice to see what the hourly candle will do. Remember, we still have about 17 minutes left. If we waited for the hourly candle at 6, you can see that it was the consolidation right here for making the next big move, coming into the 7 a.m. candle right here. 7:05, 7:15 was this engulfing candlestick, which led to this overall next movement. So that's why it's nice for the hourly candles to wait for, and then for the first 15 minute. All right. Okay. So let's get down and we're going to chart Nasdaq. All right. One second, guys. Going to check some of the chat here. Do I ever find taking myself out for overanalyzing? Taking yourself out could be like a thing that's like a mental thing, right? Very important to understand that. But the overall target, like I said, if you understand your overall target goal, when you hit it, get in and get out, you're done. All right, you're done. And that way you're not overanalyzing. You're just pulling the trigger based on previous experience, which you've done, right? But that takes practice, right? No one's perfect. There are trades that I close early. I've closed them early when I've been trading live here. All right. but it's just important to understand that, you know what I mean, why are you closing it early? Did you get afraid? Did you get head faked out? Different things like that. Or was it just because you wanted to actually close the trade? All right. So we have a demand zone, definitely on US 30 on the daily. And you can see right here, overall peak. Nice supply forming. Okay, let's check out GBPUSD real quick. Okay, look at GBPUSD, guys. All right, so it hit our overall target so far. So we're looking at that 5 pip mark. All right, now it's got to get that overall volume to push to the upside here. And this all started with this bullish engulfing candlestick. All started with this bullish engulfing candlestick right there. So this is what that trade would look like if you are in it and you don't know where to place your stop loss. Okay, at this point, you know what I mean, if you took 5-6 pips, you know, you can look to close this, right? You can look to completely close this if you'd like. All right, because remember, it's got here before and it has been rejected. All right, if you're holding it still, you know what I mean, move your stop loss to break even. All right, if you'd like to have a little overall higher stop loss, it becomes a 1-to-1. All right, so it's totally how you're depending on your account when you're trading, right? I'm trying to show you some cool ideas in terms of lower time frames that could get you in for a quick maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 pips depending if we get a breakout. So just keep this in mind. All right, if you'd like to move it there, you're good to go. Now you can see, guys, you got to be quick with it. As soon as it comes to this resistance area, it starts to come rejected. So that's what I mean, 5, 10, 15 pips, secure it, no issues like that. And a lot of people, they might be using smaller lot sizes. All right, smaller lot sizes, it's not, you're not going to get the overall good feeling of hitting, like, you know, massive pip return, right? But when you can understand, if you're in a prop firm account, 5 pips, like when you're scalping the bottoms and things like that, you can really add up. All right, so, and if you miss this trade and you're just watching, you can see the power of 5 pips. Okay, and you can see the power of resistance. Now it's starting to come back, getting rejected. All right, coming back and overall hitting stop loss. If you moved it to break even, if you wanted to move it and maybe give it a little bit of time room to breathe, right around this area in terms of the demand zone. And the only reason why we looked to take that was simply because of this bullish engulfing candlestick that formed on the 5-minute. All right, so let's go check out Nasdaq. We'll finish charting, and then we'll head over, come back to GBPUSD, see how it plays out, and then we'll finish and look at gold yet again. All right. Okay, so on the daily, oh, I don't know why that happened there. Perfect, there we go. All right, beautiful. Okay, so does this make sense to you? Clear as day, we have demand and we have supply. All right, sellers, buyers. Let's break it now down from the hourly, now down to the 4-hour. All right. Have nice resistance right here. All right, this is 4-hour now. Remember this, guys. Okay, this is Nasdaq on the 4-hour. You can see price made a high, dipped in this supply, and then we have a nice sell-off here, curling around that 9 exponential moving average. All right, so let's watch, let's wait and see. But I have my good areas for 4-hour, so let's drop it now down to the hourly. All right, now we're coming into a little bit more of a good area on price. You can see it's getting rejected at that bottom wick. If I drag this across over its current rejection here, and acting as resistance here as well. All right. And guys, I just want to give out a shout out to, there's about 4 of our guys in the last like week who have passed their FTMO and MFF accounts. They've been now funded traders, and it's just simply scalping in and out, lower time frames, not getting greedy. All right, so they know who they are. They're in the group and they're doing extremely well. I couldn't be more proud of them, guys. So kudos to them. And now let's see what they can do. We will track their journeys for you. All right, so let's just wait and see. Updating these based on some blogs and stuff like that, and then we'll move from there. All right. So I'm going to look at doing, instead of that, we're going to do a flat top. We'll do US 30, guys. A lot of people want Nasdaq, and we normally do US 30, so I'm going to get a little bit of change up here. All right. So now Nasdaq, you can see clear as day on the hourly. We're pushing up, getting rejected, closing below, and now we're working within this area right here on the hourly. Okay, I'm not going to keep that on there just because, like I said, it's going to look very messed up as we go lower time frame. But just keep that in mind. That's what we're starting to form on the hourly time frame. So I'll keep that there. And now drop it down to the hourly. Tighten this up. Always make sure to tighten up your charts. "30 minutes, we got to change the color, obviously. Baby blue, looking good. Price on Nasdaq is currently getting rejected at roughly 1,555, almost 5 area. That's 5 right there at the top. Okay, now we form nice potential buying area right here. Every time it's come this area, there has been a bunch of buyers, a lot of bottom wick twos. So there we go. Okay, guys, you can see every time it's come in this area right here, this is the 30-minute demand zone. All right, this is nice, guys. I'm loving what we're actually starting to form here. I'm really glad we're looking at Nasdaq right now. All right, I really am. Guys, Nasdaq, we're going to scalp in and out of supply areas and demand zones. It's looking nice. You can see 30-minute, we have supply. Guys, we're going to do a couple charts here, all right, and then I'm going to go back on gold. Now I'll go down to 15. Everything's drawn. We're waiting for a consolidation on Nasdaq. You can see buyers are starting to form right around this 200 area. It's looking pretty good, guys. Pretty good, I think, today. Nasdaq can be pretty nice, pretty good to trade, I think. All right. You can see, remember I told you about in the 200, you're having some consolidative area. This is what it does for making its next move. Have our 5 minutes now looking. Remember, 30-minute supply and demand. All right. So this might be forming an inverse head and shoulder pattern here. You can see a shoulder here, right? Maybe forming the head. We'll see if we're going to maybe form a shoulder in this area. That could act as a shoulder, and we're going to maybe start to reject and then start to retrace in terms of bullish. If not, you're going to start getting resistance right here, and then it's going to just start shooting back into the demand zone, which could obviously break and then start becoming actual supply. All right. So this is looking good so far, guys. This is looking really good. Let's check how it looks like on the RSI in the 5-minute. All right, you can see that Nasdaq was starting to make a downtrend here, but on RSI it was actually making a steady uptrend. All right. All right, so let's just wait on Nasdaq. Obviously, it's still a little bit, there's no volume really trading within this. All right, so let's wait for the hourly candle. It's about 5 minutes. You can see there's about, it's 7:55. All right, the next 5 minutes will be the hourly candle, so we're going to see how this is actually going to trade based on that. So zoom in a little bit, and we're good to go now. All right, so let's check out gold here for a second. Okay guys, so this is gold. Remember how I told you? All right, so see how it followed the overall pathway right here. Gold is nice, it ran. You just have to have a little patience. But if you got in at 1789.4, the only reason why you're getting that head fake action right here is because, like you saw in Nasdaq, it's around the 200 exponential moving average. Can I personally, or we personally, do anything about that? No, we cannot. All right, so that's why holding true to your overall analysis can actually be very beneficial. All right, so gold is running, guys. Looks very nice. If you got into that buy, it's looking good. All right. Did anyone get in on that gold buy, or were they just waiting for the overall maybe 8:30 candles to start making their motion here? Sorry guys, I just moved on my chair. Did anyone get in on that? Buy from 1784, nice. So you're in from way down there. Okay, some people waiting until 8:30. Not yet. Okay, waiting for 8:30. I got in. I secured. Nice. Looking for sells. 88. Sell 0.1. Profit is still profit by 1789. Okay, guys, I want to get some of your feedback, honestly, because there's some people who can't scalp gold because their spreads or their brokers and stuff like that. But I want to mention something here. Okay, listen, please. Okay, this right here, bullish engulfing candlestick, is one of the most powerful reversal patterns you can have. All right, we also had another bullish engulfing candlestick right here, which led to obviously the potential sell-off, but it kept going bullish. This 3-bar play, 3 white soldiers coming out of a consolidation trap above the demand, was a good signification and potential opportunities for the nice bullish direction move. And as you can see, if you held true to the trend, you know what I mean, you're starting to actually walk back up clearly above maybe 20-25 pips. All right, so it's currently running 25 pips, depending on your spread and broker, maybe 20. All right. All right. So now you can see there's some top wick starting to form here. All right, you can clear as day see that it's starting to get a little bit further away from that 9 moving average. If you're in this, guys, secure some partials. You know what I mean? It's heavily extended. Secure maybe 40%, 50% of the trade, and if you would like to, leave a runner. All right. If you're comfortable and happy with what you did, secure your pips and then just be done. All right. Guys, if you can't scalp, that's not my problem. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything. You guys need to find a better broker that will allow you to do that, especially for the channel that we're watching. All right. So if your spreads are filling you too high, stay away from it. You know what I mean? Nothing that you can do. All right. You need to find a better broker or find somewhere that will allow you to scalp. All right. So look at GU now. Okay, this is GBPUSD. This is why I said if you didn't move your stop loss to break even on GU, for pairs it can be different. All right, you know what I mean? Like, you got to give them a little bit of time to breathe because they do retrace, they do have pullbacks, different things like that. That's why I mentioned right here. And the only reason why I put it here is because if you see the crosshair, it's the top of these two candlesticks right here, which would maybe leave you about a 5 pip stop loss in terms of scalping, 5, 6 pips, 7 pips. All right. So hopefully that made sense, because if you're still in this trade, guys, the GU buy is still looking good. Still looking very good. All right. GU is running. All started because, similar to gold, from this bullish engulfing candlestick that came out of this overall bounce to the demand zone. This is why when I'm mentioning to you drawing key supply and demand areas is very important, and then looking for price. If you're just relying on RSIs, indicators, and this and that, it's not going to have the best, it might have a good win rate, but this is nice. This actually teaches you how to trade. This shows you different candlestick patterns, different things like that. All right. So now for the overall target, we had the overall target coming up here. Let's see now if GU is going to start continuing to trade and hitting the overall target. If you're in GU right now, you can look to secure, guys. It's totally up to you. It just depends on what lot size you're using, depend on a lot of things, okay? But be happy with 5-10 pips, you know what I mean, from overall entry here. It did run to about 10 pips minus your spread, maybe around 8, all right? What do you guys think? Do you think GU is going to go bullish or bearish here? And I'm doing GU for the people who can't scalp gold or they don't feel comfortable scalping US 30. All right. So let me know what you guys think on GU. Do you think it can go bullish or do you think it's going to go bearish? All right. Let me know what your thoughts are. Okay, and remember this is 5 minutes. Okay, so 5-minute scalping on GBPUSD. Remember what happened yesterday. All right, it was bearish. We got it on the 5-minute on the higher like I said, at around 8 o'clock. All right, now remember it's kept going and tanking. So if you're in on this on a 5-minute, look at your 15-minute. Okay, see what we're doing, see where we're at. You can see that we're starting to maybe form a head and shoulder here. We have a shoulder here, a head, and then we're forming another shoulder. If that's the case, guys, and GU starts to get a lot of momentum, you can see it starting to push to the upside. It has to break above these 2 wicks right here. All right, if it doesn't, it could start to form a double top, which would lead to your overall bearish continuation. All right, but GBPUSD is running. It's looking very nice, very, very nice. All right. And if you're wondering like about 5 minutes, you can apply this same type of analysis to 10-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, 30 hourly price. You can apply it to all different time frames. All right. So remember, if you're happy with 10, 15 pips on GU, secure it. Be happy with it. You can start to see now that it is getting some rejection just because of previous resistance. So last thing you would want to do is be in here, piss away your 10 pips, and then just because of greed. All right, so if you got in on GU, like I said, it is getting some rejection, so just keep that in mind. You can make the decision based on what you're doing. All right. Okay, so let's go to gold here. Look at gold. All right, as soon as gold hit the overall TP of this overall follow through arrow, it was rejected. All right, you can see the current candle of this body of this wick closed below the previous high candle here. All right, now you're getting the sell off. So guys, if you're in this trade, look to secure some partials of it. You know what I mean? I know there's guys that are in here from lower, like right in this bullish engulfing area. So if you're in from here, you're looking good. But if you're in from this area, remember, you're about half of the overall TP that we had basically up here. Now it's like you got to make a decision. Which do you do? Do you take your partials? Do you take the trade and then you look for a next one? Me personally, I would tell you to look to take this trade. All right, I would. That's a lot of momentum, selling power coming in, coming to test that overall 200 EMA. You can see they're starting to break through the 9. So that's why I would look to personally take this trade. All right. After this, we're going to go look at charting US 30 before we make our next move to the side, guys. All right. Guys, if you don't mind too, if you're in these trades or anything like that, could you just hit the like button, trying to get a little more, I guess you could say, exposure to the channel. We're almost at 15,000 subscribers, guys. We're about 400 away. At that rate, we're going to give away actually a free 3-month membership for the overall 15,000 subscribers. So if you guys could share it, like it, get the channel going, we'd definitely appreciate it. But also remember, right now on gold, this is why I'm telling you to get out. All right. Zuki, there you go. Zuki killed it. She understands scalping. She already took the profit up here. You want to know what? I don't know everyone on the channel, but when you watch for a long time, you can see that 20 pips is very good. All right. Now, if you got greedy, you're starting to lose it. All right. If you took a sell, Pablo, congratulations, dude. You're still running, right? Now we have sell opportunities starting to form in this area right here. You're starting to now come back and retest this overall 30-minute downtrend. Let's see if they're going to have a follow through, breaking through here, and then we'll look at 1788.4 as a continuation, which is just this area right here. All right. Now, remember, everyone, we have 8:30 news here. Okay, this is on US, so this is going to have an impact on gold. It's going to have a big impact on gold. All right, so we have 30-minute news coming up, or sorry, 8:30 news coming up in about 25 minutes. So if you miss this trade, guys, and you're looking for it to wait till 8:30, just sit back, enjoy your coffee. Cheers to you. Definitely hope everyone's having a good call so far and everyone's having a good day. All right. Pablo, good for you, brother. Good for you. Quick scalps, in and out. A lot of times, guys, if you're even looking at EAs that are being developed, EAs go to overbought and oversold, and they hammer higher lot sizes looking for 5-10 pips. All right. Nas, let's check out Nas, guys. Look at that. Okay, look at Nasdaq. Thanks, buddy, for letting me know. Okay, so you can see on our side, it's clearly making an uptrend here. Nasdaq sold off, made a nice little bounce here. Price is still higher than this previous area, so we're going to see now what's going to happen. Is it going to break? Is it going to break, come down, and touch the overall smaller demand zone, or is it going to hold here and rock it back up, looking to maybe break this overall neckline here, looking for a double bottom? All right, let's wait and see. You always got to make sure you're charting your overall areas too in supply and demand. So I got to go to 15-minute here. Okay, you can notice on the 15-minute, price is having a nice bearish engulfing candlestick starting to form, but it's bouncing into a key demand area. Holding below this 200 exponential moving average, you can see if it does, it's going to continue to sell down. All right, there's a lot of top wick, a lot of rejection. All right. Sorry, one second. Had some caught in my throat, guys. All right, so let's go back. I want to check out GBPUSD for 1 second because I know a lot of people are liking pairs. All right. Look at this, guys. So it sold off. Okay, made a high here, sold off. That's why you're still looking good, right? This is the key area, 1.37230, guys. GU is looking very, very nice. Very, very nice. Guys, and if you want, we have a free Telegram that is pinned to the top of the group chat. We'll be updating. We have some cool little updates coming to the website as well. We're going to be launching another service. All right. I dropped it to our members this morning, and trust me when I say a lot of people, you've been asking for this, and we're going to give it to you. All right. So just keep that in mind. If you don't know what it is, we'll update you very, very soon. So look at gold. Move this over here for 1 second. Me personally, all right, everyone, 809. 830 is when the next time we're going to look to trade gold. All right. If you're in anything right now, let it be. If you're out of anything, let it be and just wait. All right. You want to look at the 1 hour gold view, don't spam again. If you do, give you the put in the timeout. I'll have to put you in timeout. Okay. This is the hourly view on gold. So you guys can see that price made a dip, tried to touch the overall 200, closed above this overall 30-minute downtrend, right? Now we're looking at maybe making a high, coming into supply before making our next move. If not, sorry about all this information right here, guys. It's just a little crowded, but this is the overall hourly candle, all right? Break, retest the overall downtrend, and this is why you're getting that overall continuation push, all right? Okay, so if you're still holding gold for all my gold diggers in here, you know what I mean? Remember, it's still looking very nice. Just having some short-term pullbacks here, looking for retesting and holding, and gold is still running, all right? There you go. All right. Massive gold breakout here, guys. Guys, this kind of speaks for itself. You know what I mean? This kind of speaks for itself. I don't really need to say much, all right? But for everyone who thinks scalping is not possible, you know what I mean? I'll let you make the decision for that. And I will draw this on here. I'm sick and tired of not giving the credit where the credit is due, all right? Overall stop loss, 1788. Look at this. Okay, now remember, we're in supply. All right, gold is pumping it right in this area. A lot of times what happens out of supply, you're going to get a retracement here. It's happened many times. So if you're in gold and you're not happy with this type of profit here, you know what I mean? This thing ran. That's almost 30 plus pips. All right. Just took 10 pips. Watch those. Nice, buddy. And guys, like I said, the analysis, if you like it, continue. If you don't, you know what I mean? You can make that decision based on yourself. Look at this, guys. Guys, do you, I got a question for you. Do you guys like my Forex funds? Are you guys familiar with my Forex funds? Okay, just checking, guys. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm just letting it do its thing. Letting it do its thing. Question, fusion markets. All right. So for all the sellers, right? Remember, you had the overall daily correct, right? Remember, we're selling off here, but The key thing that you missed was overall bullish engulfing candlestick, 3-bar play, which is 3 white horses coming out of demand zone. All right, leading to this overall uptrend. The only sell I had down here was down here. I'm serious. You had it from the top of the call. Okay, it was down here. Now we're heavily overextended. All right, that was the trade. Breaking out a supply, and you can see we're getting rejected currently at this candle right here. All right, so it's the bottom of this wick right here. So I'm going to remove this. Simply, you can see, look at all this breakthrough of this area right here. They broke right through this all within one motion. All right. So look for a retracement. All right, for real, it's very far extended past that 9 exponential moving average. So you got to expect it to at least come back into this area right here before making its next move. Okay. So if you're catching the high, like I said, your pullback it's not very much, but it'll still have a nice little pullback motion here. The last thing you want is to just not take profits, guys. Like if you're not happy with this and you're down in from in here, you know what I mean? You got to rethink what's going on. That's almost 50 plus pips. All right. Ismail, you started to see this. You started to see what's forming down there, eh? Okay, so she's still running here. She's holding support. All right, we have to go up here now and start to chart based over this area. So we got to go to 15 minute. And guys, you can make the decision for yourself whether, you know what, this is for you or if it's not, all right? Because there was some people who were saying selling pressure there that maybe got head faked out before making its next move. But just wanted to let you know that gold does trend, and it does trend very nice, all right? It's just you got to hold the stomachs. You got to hold the retracements. Gold is not, it's not for everyone. Do you understand? It's very tough. It's very tough to trade. It is, especially if you're not used to these types of moves. All right, everyone loves seeing gold, but it's like, can you stomach the movements on gold to be able to be successful at trading it? And all we do is the same thing as we do every call: trapping gap, looking for the breakouts for the next moves. That's pretty much all we do. Okay, so I want to check out GBPUSD, and then at 8:30 we're going to check out the overall movement for the breakout on gold. So look at GBPUSD, guys. All right, GBPUSD has just hit the overall target which we had drawn for the overall area. So if you got in from 1.37230, you're looking good. All right, I'm going to take a picture of this, copy this, send it to the free FX group so you guys can see. For everyone who thinks we don't trade pairs, or anyone who doubts our ability to trade pairs, you can absolutely see it doesn't matter what it is. Price action trumps everything, okay? And guys, if you're not familiar with what we're hosting that's coming up, we're hosting a boot camp where I posted in the chat that we're going to be going over the basics of trading. I am leaving the rest of the week open for everyone to be included in it. I again upgraded the package simply because the amount of signups that we're having for this. So until the end of the whole week, guys, like I said, I will extend it to you just because there's a lot of people asking for it. I don't want to deny people just because of this. I personally bought a higher version of Zoom to allow members to join if they would like to join. Okay. Okay, let's just roughly see. Even if you got in from up here, you're looking good. This is roughly 20 pips. All right, so let's go back. It's 8:20 now. Let's check out Nasdaq and see what's doing on Nasdaq. All right. Oof. Okay, so Nasdaq, guys, it's 3 bar play out of it. This is, look at this breakout we have here. If you like to use Nasdaq and you like Nasdaq, keep in mind this is the overall target for Nasdaq. It's starting to form a double bottom here. Break line, this is the neckline. Let's see if it's going to hold true, guys. Okay, guys, if you purchased a plan or anything like that, I will personally be uploading this after the call. Okay, I know there's people who just purchased it. I'm not uploading it right now. We have to do this manually because it is a promotion. All right, so I will make sure to get you guys back. Linear Jameson. Okay, I saw your email. I'm going to get you set up as soon as I'm finished this call. Okay. Okay, so look, this is the overall price on Nasdaq. This is the break. This thing runs 1.5555. Key area right here. Overall target. Okay, let me just quickly check out US 30 as well. I don't want to leave Nasdaq, but we'll check it out. US 30 looking pretty bullish here. Okay, let's check out gold for 1 second. I think maybe we had some slice sells here starting to form. Okay, so people are starting to sell gold right around this area. You can see it's getting some rejection. Your pullbacks are short term. Remember this. Okay, short term pullbacks. All right, short term pullbacks. All right. So in about 8 minutes, all right, we have that 8:30 candle. So guys, if you're in gold, look, it's starting to sell off now. I'd like you to personally, if you're in sells, good. If you're in buys, look to take this trade. Okay, this trade is you ran and it's good. All right, look to take some of it. All right, because if 8:30 news happens and this thing continues to sell off and you're still holding, it's not looking good. Remember, they pushed it above a supply zone, but they're trying to push it back in. All right, so just watch. If you're in before 8:30, get out and you're closing in buys, good. If you're in sells, if you hammered sells right up here around that 1796 area, you're looking good too. All right, but I wouldn't be trading through 8:30, and I don't want to hear anyone say, okay, you know what I mean, I just lost 400 pips or whatever it is because I held through news. I'm telling you right now, news is coming up at 8:30. What you like to do with that information is completely up to you. You know what I mean? We're all big people here. We're all adults, so we need to understand that holding through news is not necessarily the best idea. Unless it goes your way, which is like go to the casino, gamble like that, all right? Look at GU, guys. We talked about going to that overall 200 exponential moving average. This is for the pairs, guys. This is for the people trading pairs. You asked for pairs because spread is too high on gold. We gave you a pair. The pair is now running, all right? Guys, give me roughly 500 likes, okay? And after that, after 8:30, I'll chart US 30 for you. If you want US 30 charted, I got to get minimum 500. I already know who the 12 dislikers are. It's pretty much 1 to 2 accounts from other channels coming over. one another, their group members told that people are telling people to go dislike our channel, which is sad because if they ever started a channel, the people who are disliking, and they asked me to personally follow them and like them, I would. I would have no issues because this is the support about trading and sharing trading. But you get some people who are not necessarily being like that, and you know what, there's not much you can do. So, but just keep in mind, guys, to all the fellow dislikers, if you ever had a channel and you message us saying follow our channel and like and subscribe, I most definitely would, and I would be liking every one of your video. So just keep that in mind. So if you could like us, guys, get us to 500, I will chart US 30 for you. All right, and let's check out GU. You can see it's starting to run. The overall target for GU is that 200 exponential moving average. Let's go check out Nasdaq here. Look at Nasdaq. It's trying to break to the upside. All right, it's got to close above here. All right, it's got to close in this area. It's got to close here. You see how it's getting rejected? Right, it's trying to get pushed back down, but it has to close above here and then walk up. All right. Okay, so let's go back to GU. We'll watch Nasdaq. I know Nasdaq is sort of looking like it's going to push down, but GU, we're already in this trade. I want to see what's going to happen on GU. I want to see if we're going to hit this. All right. Okay, 3 minutes. Kibs, dollars, if the stop loss is too big, man, then don't take the trade. Okay, I'm just giving you an estimation. I'm not telling you this actual stop loss. All right, I'm not telling you to have a wide stop loss. I'm only showing you this to actual stop loss based on what an account could be. Everyone's account is different. You know what I mean? Everyone's account is different. Some people have $50, some people have $500,000. Your stop losses are still going to be roughly the same in terms of percentage based on your account, but your stop loss will be different depending on your account. Your percent will be the same, but it'll look different. All right. Let's check out gold here for 1 second. So it's 827 here. We're coming up on 830 news. All right. Look at gold. Okay, selling into this overall supply, leading into the next potential big move on gold. All right. Okay, so it's about 1 minute and 48 seconds here. Remember, that'll be the current 830 candle. So the next moves we have on gold will go as follows here. All right, if it's going to continue up, look for maybe a double top starting to form. Remember, your spreads are going to come in huge here. All right, your spreads are going to come in huge. If it's going to start to sell off, have the overall area waiting to break on the overall sell, looking for the overall potential bullish breakout here. Sorry, which led to this massive engulfing candlestick. All right. So we'll wait and see. This is 8:35. This is the 8:30, which is going to be the news. Let news settle. Don't be trading news if you don't want to, right? Very volatile could be. Wait for the next overall move. Okay, we have 1 minute until that, till this news right here. Okay, core durable goods orders and then durable goods. All right. Previous history, it's been negative, positive, negative, negative, positive. Why traders care? It's a leading indicator of production. Rising purchase orders signal manufacturers will increase activity as they work to fulfill orders. So this is supply and demand. All right. This is goods, serves, like, you know what I mean, buying and selling of different things. All right. So this is going to have a big impact on the market, whether it's going to go bullish or bearish. All right. Guys, if you send in any emails right now, I will not be able to check them till I'm done the stream, okay? But I will check them for you, and I will get back to everyone. If you guys purchase 3 months, I will get you uploaded, no issues like that, all right? And I will make sure everyone is included for the boot camp. The only thing is you just have to remember, just let me finish the stream, okay? Okay, here's that 8:30 news, guys. I'm going to erase this. Might take a few minutes for actual nice big movement to happen, all right? Okay, look at gold starting to rise. Remember, 8:30 candle. If you're not used to trading it, news, you're holding the buy, you're still looking good, all right? Let's check out our DXY currently. Look at DXY, guys. Look at DXY. Remember how 9,400 was this was the number we were trading at a few weeks ago. We were ranging, now we're all the way up here. That's why gold sold off. Now we're at a huge sell-off, guys. Huge sell-off here, yet again from 94. It's having a hard time breaking that key area. I always have this on 4-hour time frame. All right. Look at gold, okay? So these are the continuations here. This is why you leave 8:30 alone. You can see there's a lot of rejection here. This is a bearish engulfing candlestick. All right, just keep that in mind. That's one thing we need to remember. The only way this type of candle gets negated, so it doesn't hold true value of what it actually is when news happens. All right. Let's check out Nasdaq for 1 second here too. A lot of people are liking Nas. Ooh, guys, look at Nasdaq. Oof. Neckline break, guys. We set this up. This looks... Guys, I set this up for you. GU, Nasdaq, and gold all went bullish. All right. Y'all want Nasdaq? All right. This is Nasdaq for you. Spotted some divergence. All right. Now we're running in the overall neckline break, which is a double bottom. Double bottom right here. Guys, we will teach you this and help you this in our boot camp if you would like to join. Okay. What I'm going to tell you is I'm not going to go and show you the bootcamp flyer yet. It's posted on our free Telegram. But if you guys wanted to get this plan, the 3 month for 99, I'm including the bootcamp in there. The bootcamp is 99, so it's basically like you're getting 3 months or the bootcamp for free. So you make the decision based on that, okay? But if you'd like to join, by the end of the week, we'll secure your position by Friday, and then you're good to go. But it has to be this plan right here, all right? So look at Nasdaq now. Look at Nasdaq, all right? Trade speaks for itself. Trade speaks for itself, guys. Let me take a picture of this guy, send it to my group. Give me 2 seconds here. See how many pips this ran. Maybe 30 pips, 20 pips, depending on where you got in. Okay, overall target for Nasdaq is looking right up here. Okay. Previous area coming into rejection. It's getting held up right at the resistance right around here. Guys, the bootcamp is not recorded, so if you're asking about that, a few people have asked, it's not recorded. Okay, let's check out GU. 1 sec, let's see if we hit target. Ooh, guys, it hit target. Look at that. It wicked right back down. Let's see if it can fill here. Guys, if you want an explanation of these charts, join the boot camp, join up, and we can help you based on that, okay? I can't do this live. We have too much going on here. A lot of people are actually relying on this to make a living. Guys, we have people like for real who are like non-profits that are actually taking trades and giving back to their community based on our trading, all right? Let's check out gold here. We'll go back. Guys, if you're in this GU trade, make sure to look to take your profits, okay? The trade ran exactly where we wanted it to in terms of the 200, but now you can see with that massive push down, we can actually have some retracement back down to this moving average. All right? Okay, guys, so it's starting to follow the breakdown between 1793.160. All right? You can see now it's starting to curl below that 9 EMA. Let's see if now we're going to start to getting this nice little sell-off starting to form. All right? Okay, so 1793.15 if you got in, you're looking good. All right, that's why you wait for the next candle. This is the 830 candle, right? So this is the news candle. This is the head fake. This is the trap candle. Remember we talked about the bait candles right here, right? This is your trap candle right here. All right, I'll write that on there so you can see it. I wouldn't be selling now. No, exactly. It's coming now to the 200. It can reverse and bounce back up. All right. The overall move was down here. Remember, we talked about 10 pips, 15 pips from overall entry right around 1793 area. Depending on where you got, it ran almost 20 pips. All right. And that's grabbing the buy and sell, just basically waiting on news. All right. So this is the overall gold chart that we have forming here. All right. Guys, for members, you already are included. Okay, you don't need to email us or anything like that. Please don't. Actually, it's there's a lot of emails that we get a day. All right. And guys, we're not recording this. We're not recording the bootcamp. We have plans to do something with this material, so unfortunately, we're not recording it. So that's why you got to attend. Okay, look at this sell-off that's starting to come now, guys. It's looking very nice here. All right, I want to quickly check out Nasdaq. We'll come right back to gold, so don't get upset. Ooh, guys, look at Nas. Fuck, that's the play, guys. Guys, did you guys get in Nasdaq? Right in the chat if you guys got in Nasdaq. That was the play, guys. The neckline break. This is the play. If you guys got this, boom, it's looking good. Guys, don't worry about gold. Gold head fakes people. It can really have an effect. Gold is high spread, high commissions. All right? This is Nasdaq, guys. This is what everyone wants. You guys wanted this. I'm seeing no likes on this from this. You guys just chilling here. I'm not even at 500 likes. I have more dislikes than likes. You know what I mean? 15 dislikes, almost not even 500 likes, and I'm charting this type of stuff with you. I could literally take all this stuff and go to my group and go do all this, and I'll get over 600 likes. You know what I mean? Like the channel if you want me to continue. If you don't, then I'm telling you right now, we will go on our private Zoom. Get those likes up. I know who the dislikers are. They're other people's groups that are told by these people to come dislike the channel because of what we're doing. Trust me when I say that. But get my likes up. Let's check now. $595, 600, good. Good. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. At least give it for this trade alone. If you guys banked on this, you're laughing. You know what I mean? Guys, try to get me to 1,000 likes. Trust me, you guys want this to continue to happening? Share it with your friends. Share it with your friends. All right, let's go check out GU now. And guys, if you don't believe me for just signing on there, there's probably about 200-300 that have joined, right? Go back and watch the video. Go back and watch the video, all right? GU's still holding above nice support here. We're going to see if it's going to walk back up and touch the overall target that we once had at the 200. All right, sorry guys, I'm just trying to breathe here, choking up a little bit. All right, so now let's check out gold. Let's see how it's running. Okay, gold is still, it pierced through that overall 200 exponential moving average. Now it found some support here. We're going to wait and see what's going to happen on gold. It's at a critical area right now, guys, a very critical area. All right. Okay, guys, and personally, I'm watching US 30 as well. That's one of my favorite things to trade. All right. I took a small little sell on US 30. All right, so we're going to see what's going to happen based on that. All right. Okay, look at gold now, starting to go bullish here. Remember, that's why I said I wanted to see gold right back in that initial entry where all the buyers were. Okay, so this is why you're getting that retracement on gold. It's not going to drop forever, right? So remember, 10, 15 pips on the key points. All right. Okay, so look at gold, the retracement. Get out of the trade if you're still in this, all right? For real. If you guys didn't take your overall pips in terms of 10, 15, you know what I mean? Now you're almost at break even, right? So the greed is killing you, all right? So, but let's see if it holds below this 9 exponential moving average before moving to the next area, all right? Guys, here's a good question for you. I haven't asked this in a while. Where's everyone from on the channel? You know what I mean? Mr. Zach, where are you at, buddy? Guys, let's see where everyone's from. Okay, look at gold now. Retraced fully to the initial entry. Okay, so that's why quick little scalp pullback. Obviously, we have all this buying power that's starting to form. Look at GU, guys, still rising. Okay, so for all the GU people, it's still looking good. I'm going to start doing GBPUSD pretty much on every call. I know everyone wants a pair, so we can do it like that, guys. Look at the amount of people that is in this chat right now. It's crazy. Crazy the amount of people. All right. Let's check out Nasdaq now. Okay, so Nasdaq has not made it all the way up to the initial high. It's actually getting rejected here. You can see at that 15590. All right. So now we just got to make sure we're holding some support. We still have an overall downtrend that has formed, right? So we might actually get, sorry, let me make that a little bit clearer for you. Okay, this is a higher time frame downtrend. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's clearly breaking through here. We had a neckline break on the 5-minute, but it also broke above this overall downtrend. So we have to keep in mind that there's still a lot of potential opportunity for this current candle to sell down and close below here. So if you're in Nasdaq, guys, look to take some of this trade, okay, for real. What I mean by this is, and there's key points for everything, guys. You want to make sure we did it, all right? Okay, perfect. Okay, so key points. If you're already in this, guys, secure partials. Okay, so an example of partials would be if you used maybe a 0.5. Okay, depending on your broker, that might be a little bit high, right? But secure maybe 0.25 of that, 50%, and leave a runner. All right, so just keep that in mind. Securing partials, there's nothing wrong with that. Taking the overall trades, there's nothing wrong with that. All right, if this does completely reverse and come back to initial 200, you can't be upset, because I'm literally telling you at 8:45 this morning, which is my time, to look to secure this trade. All right. All right, new candles opening up here. Thina, yes, exactly. Left a runner, secure it, leave a runner. We'll see what's going to happen on the runner, right? And that way, like I said, you can move it in terms of stop loss. You can do whatever you want, but you secured partials, and then you're good. And guys, I'm going to drop something else for you too, for people on the actual. I'm going to send something from our group, all right? So if you guys are following us on the free Telegram, I'm going to drop something for you here. Go back, go look at the actual channel right now. We're launching this coming up, all right? Let's go check out gold. All right, I think gold may have done that little retracement, continuing from the overall entry. Okay, so look, this is what I was watching here. Price bullish engulfing candlestick. That's this candle right here. Now it closed above the 9 EMA. All right, so now look for price to come back into this overall supply area. If it does, we're going to wait and see if it's going to have a continuation, right? So a couple things. It can go bullish, retest, and then have this continuation from the overall bullish trend that we've been having. Or price can come in here. Sorry guys, this is really annoying at times. Price can come in here, make a move, and then start to sell off and retrace yet again. All right, so there's a few different things that can happen coming into an overall supply area. All right, so let's just wait and see. These are our next moves that we have forming, so let's wait and see. Okay, let's check out Nasdaq, guys. Nasdaq is the play. Everyone loves Nasdaq. Come on, guys. I want to see this push. All right, so there's Nas. A little bit of hold up here. Some support starting to form. Now waiting for the overall next move here. All right. So there's Nasdaq. Let's check out GBPUSD. Okay, so GU now made a nice little high, retraced. Now it's starting to form some support on this overall 9 EMA. So we got to wait and see what's going to happen on GU. Guys, I'm going to leave this on gold, okay? I'm going to take a 2-minute break because I want to trade that 9 a.m. candle. I want to see what's going to happen. I'm going to do a top-down analysis on US 30, all right? If it's about 695, if you guys can get me 750 likes, different things like that, I will chart US 30 for you leading into market open, but we're going to watch Nasdaq market open, okay? Nasdaq is going to have some massive moves. I promised everyone that we would do Nasdaq yesterday in terms of market open. We'll still monitor US 30, but we'll trade Nas, all right? So I'm going to flip back to gold, take a 2-second break. I will be right back, all right? Don't leave the channel, guys. You're leaving at the worst time. We're going to get market open, and then we'll be nice trading at, let's see if there's any news coming up. 10:30, okay? We might stay if I have enough going on here. If everyone's supporting the channel, I might stay until that 10:30 folder as well, all right? So 2-second break, guys. I will be right back. Let's watch and see what's going to happen here on gold. I will be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. All right, thanks for staying on. You can see gold pushed up right in that supply area. Okay, it held above that 9 exponential moving average. Okay, and now it's kind of indecision mode, right? So it's in that key trap area. Wait for the next big move. We have 7 minutes until 9 a.m., which is the new 4-hour channel. And guys, let me explain something to you. Okay, GU starting to sell off. I was watching this. All right. So make sure if you're in this trade, you're securing. It can still make a bounce, all right? We still have this overall trap right here. Remember, it was rejection. So this resistance could act as support now, all right? So let's watch and see if GU can come to this area, hold here, and then make another big move to the upside, all right? Let's watch and see. And quickly, let's check out our other Nasdaq play. Okay, Nasdaq is selling off, guys, so it's coming right to this overall downtrend. All right, so key, they made a high here, and now they're selling off. A lot of selling pressure, so look to secure your Nasdaq trade. All right, and guys, now the only reason, all right, why I'm asking for these types of likes is simply because I'm a YouTuber. All right, we do this daily. All right, you guys got to understand that our channel is growing very, very fast. All right, and the likes and stuff like that get the impressions up and just gets the channel out there. All right, that's all I ask for in return, because we spend literally, if you calculate the amount of hours that I spend for free for you guys, that I could easily be doing with our members, which we're going to be changing over to Zoom, so there's no lag. So members, keep that in mind. That's coming along with what we're planning. All right, so just remember this, guys. That's the only reason why I ask for these types of likes. If you guys don't, I completely understand that. Like, I completely understand. Okay, but if you were a YouTuber, you would actually want to do the same thing, and I don't think it's too much to ask. All right. So US 30 now. Remember we talked about US 30? US 30, guys. All right. Let's see now if it's going to actually hold or fold. We're going to chart this after 9. I want to see how this next candle is going to open. All right. This candle is going to close. It's starting to test that 9. I want to see if they're going to come maybe around this 200 before making their next move. All right. So we're going to leave this alone. We're still going to focus on gold until roughly 9 o'clock. All right. What do you guys think? Do you guys think gold is going to be bullish or bearish? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? All right. Thank you, guys. Trends. I'm glad you're learning something. The best thing I could ever tell you was just don't get greedy, okay? That is the best thing that I could ever tell you right here. And I'll write it. I'll make it in big highlighted bold letters for you. Do not get greedy, okay? The only reason why I'm saying that, if you're up 10, 15 pips, secure it, guys. Some people have trouble making 1 pip, all right? So don't get greedy if you're in these types of trades, all right? So gold is not having much movement here as of right now. I think it maybe move within the next maybe 15 minutes, which will be around 9:15, 9:30 area, all right? So let's check out our GBPUSD trade. Okay, so see how it's starting to form some support right here, closing below that 9, all right? So we're in a critical area right now, in an area where once resistance turning support, and now we're below that 9. So me personally, guys, you should be closing this trade, all right? I closed a small little US 30 sell here, all right? You can see from last night, guys, look in the webcam right here. If you don't believe, there you go on the webcam, all right? And everyone, if you are wondering what is included in the boot camp and stuff like that, basically what we're doing is a week from November 1st to 5th, all right? We're going to be doing every night for 4 hours. Listen to this, 4 hours. 2-hour teaching session. The first presentation I posted in the FreeFX group yesterday, introduction to characteristics of candlesticks. Then we're moving on to different indicators and strategies and different things like that. And then we're having roughly from 8 to 8:30, I believe is the time. We're having an intermission. And then basically after that, guys, we're trading live Tokyo sessions, which are recorded. Our Tokyo sessions are recorded and will be sent to you. All right. So that's pretty much the boot camp in a gist for about a week. All right. Okay, look at our Nasdaq now, finding some good support, trying to push back up, leading into our 9 a.m., which is the next 4-hour candle. About a minute, you can see the time down here, 8:58. The point 30 seconds, right? So we have a minute and 30 seconds left before the new 4-hour candle opens. All right. Guys, if you're joining now, I can see the flood of emails starting to come here. All right, I will get everything set up pretty much after I'm done the stream, okay? Okay, so Nasdaq made a bounce off that 9, all right, and that overall 30-minute downtrend. You can see it held support, and now it's trying to walk back up, all right? All because of this nice bullish momentum 3-bar play that it came out of the overall neckline break, coming out of demand zone. So if you're wondering about TPs, if you're still holding Nasdaq, if you are, some people still will be, all right, that would be your overall TP for this trade, all right? GBPUSD is still dropping. Okay, you can start to see now it's starting to slowly drop. All right, so this can still happen, but it's not happening as you can see. It's not forming yet. It's still forming that overall selling pressure here. All right, so remember, if you're in GU, guys, you're starting to walk down. It's starting to negate a lot of your hard-earned pips. So you guys can make this call, and you guys can see clear as day that it's now negating about 10 pips of the overall TPs. Coming back down, waiting for the next move. 10, 15 pips. Remember, I'll tell you where your first TP was if you're in here. Okay, so there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 right there. Okay, so overall entry rate, it's exactly where it's trading right now. So if you're in from around this area, you're currently maybe up 10 pips now because of your spreads and commissions. All right, then if it starts to drop, you'll just start decreasing your overall pips count. All right, so just keep this in mind if you're in GU. It is retracing, having a nice little pullback. Okay, remember, it's in, what is this? Supply. Now we're going to see if this is actually going to hold true with the overall trend and start to sell, which we have like this this formation right here, coming back down to the overall entry, which is right around the 200. All right. This is the 9 a.m. candle that's just starting to open, okay? There's still about 3 minutes and 26 seconds left. Let's wait and see what's going to happen here. If it does start to break down, guys, and form a double top, overall break below the entry, which would be at the 200, and then we can have our continuation leading into the overall downward trend, which happened, I believe, on the 30 minutes, okay? So if you guys want US 30, perfect. 814 likes, guys. I would like to get 1K likes on here. You know what I mean? It's up to you guys. If you guys support me enough to do that, that would be outstanding. I obviously know that a lot of people have already liked it, so I'm going to shut up about it now, and we'll be good to go. All right. So look at Nasdaq starting to continue bullish. How do you identify a breakout? Okay, that's a great question that I don't mind asking because this is already a breakout that we have happening here. So you can see that price was getting rejected at that key area right here. You could call it supply. a short-term supply zone. You can see every time it came in here, it was rejected, came in here, rejected, but the price on Nasdaq, you can see how it made a bottom here, made a higher high, and held support here. So that's one indication that we could be starting to get into some buying power here. Then we have our RSI starting to form some overall bullish momentum forming, leading in from the overall divergent play. That's why you got that nice little bullish bounce. Also, if you do add the 50 line, this one's not added on here, but if you did, you can see as soon as it broke above right here, okay, look where this price is in terms of the candlesticks, right? As soon as it started to break above the 50, it broke above, coming into the neckline right here, which is the double bottom, but one bottom, two bottom. That's when you had your breakout, when it had the break above the 50, break above your neckline, continuation. All right. Okay, so let's go check out gold again. Okay, look at gold now. It's starting to wick back down. I'm gonna change this to a neutral area just because we don't know what it is yet. All right, we do know that there is selling pressure that has come in here once before, but now we can also tell that there's still a lot of buyers. This is a bullish engulfing candlestick right here. This one I'm not going to hover over because it keeps chopping up that stupid menu, but this candle right here is bullish, and you can see it's pushing up into this neutral area which once was supply. All right, if it can still fall, trust me when I say, but for right now it's a neutral area. Gonna make some updates here. There we go. All right. Let's check out Nasdaq again, and we will chart US 30. So look at Nasdaq. It's still starting to form some nice little push pressure. Overall target for Nasdaq is 1.5594. Let's see if we're going to hit. What did I mean by neutral area? Okay, so you're talking about gold here. All right, you can see Nasdaq is starting to form some double top action in terms of the wicks. All right, now they're starting to pick it up. You can see right there they were forming some top wick. Well, let's see if they're going to push through and then start to hit the overall target. Okay, so a good amount of likes, guys. I will chart US 30. I just want to keep in mind I'm going to leave GU alone for now. All right, if you're in GU, I want to go over all the trades first. If you're in GU, look, it's now coming back into that neutral area as it once was previously consolidating. Watch for GU. If it starts to break, it's going to have the continuation. The overall target is still this 200 AMA. All right. If it's going to continue, this is the overall target. All right, the previous top wick. If it's going to sell off here, overall target obviously would just be a continuation selling from the overall pressure that has been once happening the last 5, 10, 15, 20, in the last 25 minutes. All right. Now we're going to look at Nasdaq real quick. You can see Nasdaq is actually breaking bullish and trying to hit the overall TP. Okay, so you can see Nasdaq is still very bullish. Let's check out price is going declining on RSI. see it starting to form a little bit of a downtrend here. Price action is starting to form that parallel support, okay, or sorry, parallel resistance. Okay, so it's right sideways trading. So this is why you can maybe expect maybe double top to form here for a quick little sell off to the 200. All right, you can see it's clear as day forming some divergence. All right, so if you're in this trade still, you can make your justification on what you got to do based on that, what I just mentioned. Okay. All right, now we can check out gold, and then we're going to chart US 30. Okay, look at gold. Consolidating right in that previous area, which was once supply. So the neutral area, you asked about a question here. Okay, supply, every time it came in here before, you can see in this structure, it started to sell. Rejection, selling off, selling off, selling off, then started to form that overall 30-minute downtrend coming out of supply. As soon as price pushed through it, okay, it pushed right through it, now selling off, it now becomes supply again. Since they're pushing it back up in this area right now and they're not having the huge sell-off, they attempted to with this bottom wick. This is why I put it as a neutral area. All right. Prometheus, buddy, you scalped in and out of it. Congratulations, men. All right, so you guys want to see US 30? Very risky to trade right now. Why is Elijah saying that? Look at the time, 9:09. We're going to go chart US 30 and we're going to watch Nasdaq. All right. So we're going to go from the daily, do a top-down analysis. All right. Look at where we're at. All-time highs, guys. This is history in the making and no one's even talking about it. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I think the only people who are talking about it are the YouTubers and the traders who are trading it daily. All right, so you can see if price starts to get below this area right here, selling off, you can see it could hold good support simply because of this once previous resistance. All right. All right. Guys, if you're not familiar with how to do top-down analysis, I'm doing it live for you, okay? Based on my top-down. Everyone's different, okay? And everyone has really good top-downs depending on how they're trading. Mine is not the only way, all right? There's a lot of very good traders out there who can do this, and it's very different than mine, so just keep this in mind. I just wanted to be completely transparent about that mine is very different and can be very different from a lot of people's, all right? What I'm looking for is key areas of previous support and resistance. All right, that's what I'm looking for. What are you guys' thoughts on US 30? Do you think it's bullish or bearish? What are you guys' thoughts? Okay, so we have bullish, then bearish. It's in that. It's at the high, guys. So remember, it's very, very tough to make that decision. US 30, you can see we're trapping this nice guy. It's similar to Nasdaq. It's bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. So I'm saying we'll see. Wait for we get a nice little breakout. All right. So let's wipe down now to the 30-minute. You can see that overall, the reason why we had a nice little uptrend starting to form here was this bottom wicks right here is making this nice little ramp up for making its overall move below, sorry, above the 200, the 9, and walking its way up again. So we can see if it's going to start to break or make based on the 9:30. It's 9:15, so we still have 15 minutes. All right. I'll check gold in a second, guys. I just want to make sure I get this done so we're good to go. Gold will always still be there. All right. Look at the non-volume starting to form on US 30 here on the 15-minute. All right. See how it's getting rejected out of that previous wick, which is the start of that overall bearish pressure. 3-bar play. All right. Okay, so this is leading into 5-minute now. All right. All right, then we're going to look at US 30, guys. I mean, sorry, Nasdaq in terms of market open. So in about 3 minutes, I'm going to flip over and we're going to be good. All right. Every time we come in this area right here, you can start to see it's been rejected here. Every time it comes in here, we have a higher time frame, which is the overall daily. Every time it comes in here, though, it gets rejected. See, attempts it here, rejected, rejected, top wick right here, starting to make some rejection currently happening. So if it starts to break above, just remember there is a lot of top wick, and it made a nice little bounce to the high right in this area, right at around October 26th. So it's still pretty possible that it could get up there again, breaking through the current supply that it's trading at. All right. Remember, we have a steady little uptrend forming here. So we're going to wait and see if this is going to pop or if it's going to drop. Want to check out gold? Okay, we can check out gold for sure. Okay, so remember how I told you it was a neutral area? The reason why I was saying that is because it was once acting as supply, but now I turned it neutral because of all the buying pressure that is starting to push it through and negate it here, okay? So if you got in this early sell right here, it ran, looked good. The 200 supported it, followed by this. I'll explain this. This candlestick right here. I still think gold can fall, can form a double top, right? But I just wanted to show you guys the reason why that had a continuation was this overall bullish engulfing candlestick, which was this candle right here. All right, move this over here, trap candle, engulfing. All right, so let's go to our Nasdaq, guys. It's 910. Sorry, 919. There you go. Nasdaq just hit TP, guys. So let it cool off now. It's going to come right into the supply area. We're going to see if it's going to have a continuation or if it's going to have an actual push down here, okay? Okay, I'm going to update this. All right, 920. Perfect timing, guys. Perfect timing. You guys want to take a look at the DXY? We can take a look at the DXY, absolutely. This is the current DXY here, all right? Sold off. This is where gold had its pullback right here. Remember, it shot back down, right? In terms of the overall bullish momentum right here, now gold is starting to rise exactly with what price is doing on the DXY. It's consolidating. It's kind of trapping within this area right here between 93.8, roughly 3, and 93.80, all right? So what are your thoughts on Nasdaq? Since we've been trading this, what are your guys' thoughts? Do you want to think it's bullish? Do you want to think it's bearish? What are your overall thoughts on Nasdaq? All right, what are your thoughts? Let me know, because in about 2 minutes we're going to finish charting. I just want to check out GBPUSD for the actual people who have been trading it. You got to give them some love too. Look at what's happening on GU. Kind of sideways trading, wait for the next movement. How you can tell it's sideways is simply that the 9 EMA is not moving in a rally. It's not a bullish rally. It's not a bearish rally. It is sideways trading here, okay? So that's GBPUSD. Gold is starting to sell here. I'm going to set up gold for maybe another double top here that we've been trading with. I want to just update this before I go down over to Nasdaq. All right, so gold did not make a break above here. It's kind of formed like a double top. So I'm going to erase this formation right here. Actually, sorry. I'm just going to move this over here. It's getting pretty crowded. I just don't want to have any kind of choppiness on the chart. I know it's really already crowded already, but you guys can understand why. So look, we have a top right here, which is a peak, and then we have a peak right here. This area is lower than this previous area right here. So just keep in mind that if it does form a double top, right around here, this area is the neckline, which could have a bearish continuation, but you're negating all of this buying power here. So it's going to need a lot of pressure to get in that sell-off. You can see every time they sell it off, this current wick right here, they pushed it right back up and held above the 200. This is pierced below it, but they pushed it back up. All right. Let's wait and see here. We know the overall area, 193.16. If it starts to really break, we have the neckline that's coming down here. Let's see how far overextended, if we are overextended. See what we're trading in right here. Look what price is doing. It's starting to massively look like it's selling off. Price is still forming a little bit of a sell-off pressure here. It's still not below that 50 mark. I'm not looking for a break until it gets near this 50 area for the continuation, all right, which will be the double top neckline break in this area right here. I'm not looking for any kind of sell opportunity until it comes near there, all right? I'm going to tell you this and remember this live. I'm not looking for anything, any kind of sell until it starts to break that 50 line on the RSI. All right, guys, so we're leading into market open Nasdaq. 925 we're forming. We're going to stick strictly on here. We're going to leave gold alone. All right, we're going to follow Nasdaq. Going to get set up here for a nice little potential trade. So Nasdaq, you know, has massive breakouts. Massive breakouts. We saw it yesterday. It consolidated and it trapped. And then it gapped up huge. This area right here, it's already made its move. So we're heavily extended. Remember what I talked about in terms of the divergence? You got a quick little pullback here, held support. Now we might be forming an extended double top. All right. You can see that price. If you use RSI, I'm just doing this because people love RSI. They love seeing it. All right. Price is now forming a little bit of a sloping trend, but still pretty much terms parallel and sideways. Price is starting to make an upward trending movement, which is why you're getting that short-term pullback here, and they're going to probably consolidate it out of this area before 9:30 open. All right. The stream actually started today at 6:45, guys. So I will probably be doing 6:45 moving forward. 6 or 6:30. Just had some personal things I had to take care of today. All right. So now let's wait and see what's going to happen. I'm going to move this over. We're going to see if we're going to get a nice little trap formation starting to form. Okay. So just waiting here, about 3 minutes and 16 seconds left. All right, so key points. Let's add to this. All right, so look, key points here, guys. If you're not a 9:30 trader, just wait until 15 minutes for the next big move. All right. If you are, you understand the volatility that comes out of this. It's 9:27. You can see they're going to have some sort of a bait move before 9:30. All right. See how it's selling off here? I can guarantee you're going to see erratic behavior like this. So you're going to see a sell-off, okay? Then you're going to see an erratic push-up, and then you're going to see another sell-off. It's just going to dance around for the first 5 minutes before making its move, all right? What do you guys think? Nasdaq bullish or bearish? What are your thoughts? It's 9:28. Let me know within 2 minutes. I gotta sneeze, guys. Give me a sec. There we go. Let me know what your thoughts are, all right? If we take a look, this is only 5 minutes. Let's take a look at the hourly. Look at what Nasdaq's doing, all right? See, it's coming out of supply area, right? But Nasdaq is, look at that big bullish candlestick, guys. Remember, Nas has a lot of momentum to continue pushing. On the hourly, look, we just broke above the 50 mark, all right? It's starting to curl a little bit towards the side, but it's still potentially having a lot of potential to go to the upside. Let's take a look at the 15. If it sells, it's because it's coming into a supply area, maybe gathering some liquidity, and then making its next big move out of there, all right? We have 1 minute left, all right? So keep this in mind. I'm not going to draw anything like this. We've already had it here. What I'm going to draw is pretty much areas of like drawing areas, okay? And then we'll wait 10-15 minutes. 9:35, here's 9:45, okay? But if you're a market open trader, obviously, remember, it's going to go bullish. It's going to come in the supply. You're going to have maybe a little bit of a push down, okay? Maybe before making its next move up, if it's going to go continuation in the bullish trend. If it's going to go bearish, it's got to break below this overall 9 EMA, right? And no matter what's going to happen, this market open is going to pretty much destroy everything that we're doing anyways, all right? It does what it wants. It's going to come down and test the 200. If it'd like to, it can test the overall retracement and have a continuation selling, all right? We have bullish and bearish direction on Nasdaq. Keep in mind, guys, that we're launching in about 7 seconds. Be very careful in trading with this. It's very volatile, all right? Just going to watch this. New candle open up bullish. Be careful of the volatility. Be careful of the volume, guys. Okay, look at Nasdaq rise coming into the supply area. So it's following this overall trend from down here. It's following it. It's breaking out of the gap, trying to go bullish, all right? Watch for the erratic behavior. Oh, sorry, guys. My bad. I didn't mean to change that interval. It's coming into key supply. Remember, so this can come in here. A lot of sellers could have their pending orders waiting, and they start to dump it, all right? But again, it's still looking very bullish as of right now. Not much movement. Let's check out US 30 here. Look at US 30, guys, coming right out of the supply area, okay? I just scalped 2 trades out of US 30. Send them to the group now. All right, that's US 30. Right out of the supply, coming into the demand. All right. Look at this. Massive sell-off coming right out of supply, guys. So double top starting to form here. All right. I want to focus on Nasdaq. See how it made a nice little liquidity grab. It's starting to go bullish for the overall continuation. US 30 and Nasdaq can simultaneously be similar, all right? But if you're still in the buy from overall market structure from down here, you're still looking good. This is what the trade would look like if you're continuing. If you didn't check out, you're still good. But if you got out of it, guys, that's still fine. You wait for the next move. Wait 15 minutes for the actual continuation. This is just a market open impulse candle, all right? This can easily retrace back down and go bearish. We see what's going on with US 30, all right? The thing is just tanking, right? It's simply because it's going zone to zone. Supply zone to demand zone, all right? Keep this in mind. Supply zone to demand zone, zone to zone trading. If you're not familiar with that, trust me, join the group and we'll explain what this is. Here's your gold trade, not doing too much. It's still waiting. This is why I don't always like to watch gold on market open, all right? Let's check out quickly our GBPUSD trade. GU, remember I talked about getting out of it simply because of this momentum right here. A lot of selling pressure happening. So if you didn't get out of GU because you didn't take it, you're now running at BE. All right. Look at Nasdaq, okay? US 30 is bearish, Nasdaq is bullish. Why? A lot of the things are happening with tech right now in terms of Nasdaq, so we got to keep this in mind. Okay, let's see, guys. Nasdaq has a lot of momentum, still getting a lot of bullish momentum. So I'm not going to say that we held it here. I did tell you to close, but if you did hold, this is what your trade would look like if you got anywhere from down here. Okay, right into the supply area. Now you can see they're getting that top wick. That's what it would look like if you held. If you didn't, you know what I mean, you look to secure right here. We'll move the trade over, so we're not going to claim we did something that we're not. All right. Look at gold starting to rise. Okay, forming a neckline break right here, guys. If it starts to break right in this area that it's currently in, you can see that it's starting to rise. We have one peak here, a bottom, potentially another peak forming before we actually get the nice little breakout, continuing bullish from the overall trend. If you were trading with us from the beginning, right, we understand that we were in on this huge bullish candle right here. You can watch it and go back on the live. All right. It all started from this bullish engulfing candlestick down there with the 3-bar play continuation, which is 3 white horses, or you're just overall 3-bar play. All right. We will teach you these things, the 3-bar plays and the white horses, in our boot camp. All right. So if you're not familiar what this is, trust me when I say joining the boot camp will be very valuable for just basic knowledge. We're going to be doing roughly 4 or 5 boot camps per year, and they're going to be progressively introducing new things. So quarterly boot camps, you will really like them. I'm telling you right now. All right. So here's the overall gold area, roughly 1795. 94.5 would be the overall entry, and you can see it starting to rise. All right. I haven't changed anything on my charts here. I haven't changed anything. Nothing. Look at US 30, guys. Okay. Breaking zone to zone. Selling out of supply. We have one top here. We have 2 tops, and you have your massive drop here. All right. Okay. So now let's take a look at Nasdaq again. Just wanted to show US 30. Nasdaq is still trying to go bullish here, guys. Still, but you can see they're trying to push it back down. You can expect Nasdaq in the next maybe little bit to try to break below that 9 EMA, maybe looking for continuations of sells. If not, it's just going to continue to fill this wick, coming out of the supply and breaking through it, and for the continuation. All right. Okay, so 940, this is still that 935 candle. This 930, you can see this is why you don't really want to trade it unless you're fast. Unless you're fast. Now we're leading into the overall. Look at that, guys. That's a sign right there. That's a signification, guys. I'm telling you right now. You see how they flipped that bearish? Look for Nasdaq to maybe continue selling off here. They were in supply. You can see these top wicks are starting to sell. All right, and there is a 30-minute downtrend here. So look, see it starting to form. Are we going to be fast enough, guys? That's the key thing. Anywhere below the 200. Anywhere below the 200 is nice selling pressure if it starts to break this overall downtrend. All right. Let's wait and see. You can see it starting to sell, guys. They're trying to. There's still a lot of buyers, but they're trying to sell this off. Check out US 30. Look at US 30, guys. It's flipped script on us. Yesterday, Nasdaq was huge. Now today, US 30 was huge. But this is very obvious in terms of US 30. Okay, remember we had this uptrend here starting to form. As soon as we capped in supply, that's when you had that massive sell-off from zone to zone. All right. And this is supply and demand trading. If you guys can understand this, it's very easy to spot these types of plays, right? And all you got to do is just trust your analysis. All right. So let's check out gold here. Look at gold starting to run. look at gold, okay, breaking out between 1794.5. And it's just continuing in this overall trend. Remember, we talked about short-term pullbacks. That's exactly what these are. Continuing from this bullish engulfing candlestick right here is why you're having that nice little uptrend for the nice little breakout. All right. $17.98. All right. So if you got a 94 to 98, you can see it's roughly maybe 25, 30 pips. And it's just making a higher high. Okay, for real. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. Higher high. Now you can expect some kind of a higher low to come. All right. You just don't want to crowd this, okay? Because if you took that sell and you didn't hold it, or sorry, if you held it, you would have hit break even. All right, it would have moved you. Gold is forming. I'm having a feeling like some of the other people said some sort of divergence. We'll wait and see here. Guys, there's about 898 likes. If we could get this to 1K, my God, you guys would be amazing. Honestly, I will stay till 10:30 if we can get this to 1K likes. All right. If you don't know how to trade Shivam, you want to make sure you understand that trading is very volatile. It's very scary, and gold is not the best thing. Focus on GU, one of the pairs that we trade. That's probably a better starter for you. So remember, guys, if you're in this buy now, it's starting to sell off here. It's very clear. I don't need to repeat this. You can see it visually. All right, getting rejected at 1798. Let's see if we can start to spot maybe some divergence. Okay. This is on the 5-minute, all right? So there's still a lot of opportunity for this to hold support, but you can see clear as day, price is starting to make a high, all right? Price right here is starting to make a low. That's why you're getting that pullback here, but we got to see how far is that pullback going to be. This is your divergent play here. This is your sell-off play that's happening simply because of RSI looking at price, divergence. So secure your trade on gold if you're in buys. Remember, these things don't run forever. Gold is 10, 15 pips. If you guys entered in anywhere around here, I'm not saying you got in exactly at 94. There's different areas, okay? You can see that gold ran 20 pips, and if you didn't take profit, you know what I mean? You thought it was going to go to the moon. It doesn't always go like that. You have your pushes and your pulls. Boom, your retracements, your pullbacks, all right? Let's go check out Nasdaq now. You can see gold as clear as day is starting to sell off. All right. If gold sells off and breaks below 1793, I would just be patient with this overall trade in terms of entering again, just because that's a lot of trades on gold, depending on if you're actually taking. Let's check out Nasdaq. Nasdaq is still bullish, guys. Still very bullish. All right. It's filling this previous wick right here. It's still overall best area of the neckline buy was down here. All right, so it's just having a continuous motion from the overall break. Nasdaq! For all my bulls, for all the buyers, neckline breaks are very powerful, guys. Very powerful. I know. I had some guys saying that too. I can go like this. I can go like that. I do. All right. Maybe I'll just keep it on there for you guys so you can see. If you held to buy, you're looking good. Okay. If you didn't, you know what I mean? You missed it. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's good to see this. Holding through market open can be very, very bad if it reverses on you. This is actually a crazy push. All right. Easy grooves. If you're, that's a good thing. If your MT4 froze before this type of entry, that is your broker. Okay, so you need to contact them. It happens all the time. It's just because the amount of volume that's starting to pump into the market, the amount of orders that are starting to come here. All right, you know what I mean? And guys, if you're messaging the website right now, I'm not going to be able to get back to you. Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now, send us an email. We'll be able to help you out based on that. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Gold, I think, just froze for me, or the MT4 just froze. I think for some reason disconnected. I think they're doing some work in my area. I do apologize about that. You can see that gold has now not clearly dropped, but it's now approaching that overall entry. Okay, so that's gold. Keep in mind that I would leave it alone right now. You can still see it's a lot of bearish power here, but Nasdaq, US 30 are the ones we focused on. So let's continue. Let's check out US 30. Look at this. Okay, overall move. Now they're starting to pump back up. They came back in overall demand area. Now they're watching. See how they're closing it right in here, looking to gather some overall potential buyers. We'll wait and see on US 30, okay? But I really want to see Nasdaq. Nasdaq is very nice right now. Nasdaq is trying to push. And you see it, see how we got out of the trade here, and then you just pretty much trapped and gapped it. All right, based on the next move, that's how you can go. And you see, I had the continuation going bullish here. It's because of all the momentum, and it broke out of an overall downtrend. All right, that is why I had a feeling that it was going to reverse. Because look, it was. If we look on the 5 minute, it's been constantly selling here, selling, consolidating for the next move. And then as soon as it made a double bounce in the demand, that's why we're having this massive breakout. So now we got to look at doing some charting here. Getting held up at this area right here, you can see clear as day. Okay, we're good. I do apologize about the crowded chart, guys. When you're scalping and you're constantly updating charts, it does have a little bit of messy action. There's not much you can do about it. I hope you guys understand that it's all in good deed. There's no reason why that you need to do it, obviously, but when I do this, it's like scribblish. All right, so look at Nasdaq, guys. Massive breakouts on Nasdaq. Eight more likes and we got 1,000 likes, guys. That's I can't believe that. That's incredible. I've only done that 2 more times previously in this, and for you guys to do it on this call, out of all calls, I definitely really appreciate all the support. All right. Would I buy Nasdaq now? Absolutely. Absolutely not. No, no, no. There's no buying now, guys. If you're not familiar with the term FOMO, all right, that is what's going to happen to you. You're going to buy here, and then you're going to watch this start to retrace back down to the overall supply. I'm telling you right now. If anything, you're looking at slicing some cells. There's no FOMO buying up here. This is effing FOMO. I'll put it right up there, so don't touch it. Leave it alone in terms of buying. I don't care if this thing flips and goes bullish another 100 pips. Do not be buying Nasdaq right now. You overall buying was down here, looking for the continuation. Now, personally not. If you got down here, maybe liquidity grab, it's a risky move, but buying, FOMO buying. Sorry guys. There we go. All right, let's check out gold here. Guys, I think they're doing some work around here, so if it does fall, if this does stream, just does kind of get distorted, I apologize. There's honestly nothing I can do. My Wi-Fi has been good up until this point, but I know they're doing some work around the house. So Let's watch gold, okay? Remember, gold sells down here. Have overall gold sell opportunity down there. Guys, I just got to go check the back for 2 seconds. I'll be back in like a minute or two. Okay, I just got to go see if they're actually doing some work in the back, and then I'll be right back. Okay, literally 2 minutes and don't go anywhere. Okay, I will stay till the 10:30 candle for US news if you guys can stay with me. All right, you guys already gave me everything, and I'm so blessed that you guys like this channel and are even watching. I will stay if you guys stay. All right, keep that in mind. So let's just watch and see. Give me 2 minutes. I will be right back. All right, 2 seconds, guys. Hey guys, what's going on? Okay, so here's the dealio, all right? Basically, they are doing work around here. There's people, basically, Rogers is doing some work. That's what we have in Canada. My internet will be going in and out, so I don't personally feel comfortable telling you guys to I'm going to keep streaming. I'm going to end it at 10. All right. And the only reason is because I don't want this to lag when we're trading. Okay. I'm going to be completely transparent about that. That is like some of the worst thing that can happen if we're in trades and it starts to lag. Okay. So I'm going to stay till about 10:05, and then we're going to call it a day simply because you guys got to understand that I don't want to be in any kind of trading when my Wi-Fi is lagging in and out. Okay, so I hopefully you guys can understand that. And guys in our group, like I said, we have I think we have more sessions coming up. I will send everything to you. All right, but guys who are just watching free on YouTube, we're going to be ending in the next probably 10 minutes. Okay, so if you guys got enough pips, enjoy it. I really appreciate it. I just don't feel comfortable continuing to trade, especially when, you know what I mean, my Wi-Fi is going to go in and out. All right. I can't stay until the end of news, guys. They're working on it right now. You can see my stream is already like twice. I don't want to be trading news when my Wi-Fi is lagging. Okay, so hopefully you guys understand that. I do appreciate the love and everything, but we got to make sure we're doing this right and we're not, you know, having any lags happen. So Nasdaq is still good, guys. If you're still in the overall push, right, you're still good. Okay, you're still good. So my suggestion to you, what I would be, is look to close this trade. If you want to keep it going and trade on your own, absolutely you can do that. Okay. Miss V, the naked signal, my girl. My girl, I want to give a shout out to Miss V. I want to give a shout out to Miss Pre. I want to give a shout out to Zuki. Guys, I want to give a shout out to all the loyal people who are clearly banking off this. They're going in our group chat like crazy. So I want to give a shout out to all the ladies over there. You girls are making my day. Definitely appreciate it. Where's my girl Victoria? Victoria, guys, a lot of people thought that she was me for some reason, which she's not. So I want to give a shout out to her too for constantly being in the chat. Absolutely everyone, guys. All right. So I appreciate it. I'm still going to stay for another 10 minutes. All right. But I'm just going to get off roughly around 10 because that's when they said is obviously the probably could be the worst happening. Okay. So we want to see gold, okay? We can check out gold. I want to check out GU for 1 second. I want to see what ended up happening with GBPUSD. Interesting, isn't it? Look at GBPUSD. Okay, nice little pair that we had trading here. Look, as soon as that 137,230 happened, it made a nice little bounce. So if you're still holding that GU buy, you're still good, right? But now you can start to see it's forming an overall downtrend, closing below the 200, and they're starting to break below the 9 EMA. So that's in terms of GBPUSD. All right. Let's check out our US 30 here. Look at US 30. That was not the one we did. There we go. Okay. So this is another key thing. Miss Pre's group, guys in our group, I showed you guys some key things to do with supply and demand. You can see anytime it comes into these areas, you can have your trades ready to be set in terms of pending orders, right? If you had a pending order from a sell limit right here, you're good to go. If you just market order sold, you're good. And same with here in terms of buying. If you just had a buy stop there or a buy limit, you know what I mean, sold off, it would have triggered and you're still looking good, okay? Now, overall selling pressure is holding below that overall 200, and then you're starting to get some continuous selling pressure breaking below the 9, having a continuation, all right? So let's take a look at our DXY. What ended up happening on the DXY? Look at this massive sell-off here, okay? DXY formed a bearish flag pattern, okay, right here. You can sell it sold off, all right? Had some hold up around the 200, consolidated, tried to make a move up, was rejected, and had a continuation. Bearish flag is a continuation pattern, and you can clearly spot that DXY had this happen, all right? Oh my goodness. Is the 4 hour engulfing on gold? Okay, bro, just ask me. Don't try to spam it. I know you're just wanting some tips. Let's check out the 4 hour for this guy, okay? He's spamming the chat. I just want to see what he's looking like, all right, what he's asking for. We do have a bullish engulfing candlestick coming out of the 4 hour demand zone right here. We have daily, and then we have another demand zone. This is a smaller time frame zone, okay? But the overall demand, it almost tapped in, and that's why you're getting this nice little push on gold happening, okay? So hopefully that made sense. You can see that gold is still rising. It's okay, man. No worries. No worries, dude. I know people want to see some things. They might be in a trade or whatever it is, and they're just asking someone to chart for them. I can understand that. Okay, just don't spam, and we should be good to go. All right. Guys, tomorrow we're going to be trading. I want to get up around 6 till 10, so we could be streaming 4 hours, guys. Okay, and team, for the members, okay, I want to tell everyone this. We are switching to Zoom. Okay, we're updating our site where everything for our members will be on there, so you can click on it. That way, we're going to create it so there'll be no lag. There is a 5 to 10 second delay with TradingView right now. But when you join up, you're going to get a private session with Zoom, so there'll be absolutely no lag, and we're going to be setting that up over the next couple weeks, okay? The reason why we haven't done it now is we've explained it to why for our group, but I'm telling you that's the benefit to trading when live with us is it's live. It's not actually delayed. So that's going to be a huge benefit for all of our members and all of the people who are joining, okay? So we have 2 more minutes, guys, until 10, and then we're going to give it a call. Gold looks like it's forming a shoulder here, a head, and then a shoulder here, okay? So if that's the truth, gold could be forming a head and shoulder pattern, which could lead to actually a nice bearish reversal, All right, let's just wait and see how these couple candles close, or sorry, how this candle closes and the next one opens. All right. Yes, guys, and I just wanted to say thank you for liking the video. Thank you for signing on and watching this. You know what I mean? If you guys like this kind of stuff, don't worry. We're going to keep doing it until we get too many the people who don't like it. Then we're just going to move to Zoom and everyone can join up like that, okay? App will be ready near the end of the month, okay, leading into December, leading into the new year launch, all right? Guys, and if you didn't see what we're creating a trade idea service, all right? Members will update you on this, but that'll be up on our website, so we will be updating constant trade ideas throughout the day. We now have a bit of a team here, so we can do that, and our team is very, very good. They trade similar to this, so it'll be 15-minute, 30-minute, hourly, higher time frame, setups that would potentially lead to some possible good ideas, all right? Dandruff and beard? It's just my gray hairs, bro. I got some gray hairs in this beard. I wish it was dandruff. But I guess the gray looks good. I'm going for that little George Clooney look. You know what I mean? I'm not as good looking, or I don't have the stuff he does, but you know what I mean? I'm trying to do that. So the stress of YouTube lives has made my beard go gray. Okay, so look at Nasdaq now. We're going to end the call on Nasdaq. It's 10 a.m., guys. Nasdaq went extremely bullish, but now you can see it's starting to sell off here. So this is 10 o'clock. The 945 candle had it continuing. All right, so now you're starting to get that selling pressure. So look for a potential reversal on Nasdaq if it starts to break these wicks down here, coming back in supply. All right, so all right, guys, this is why we traded Nasdaq before. We had some nice movements for continuations. Tomorrow we will still continue the sessions. Members, we will update you on everything that we're going to be doing, and then we're going to go from there, okay? So guys, thank you so much for joining in on the calls. Hopefully you guys understand that we trade gold, which is one of the most volatile things. Nasdaq, which is nice to trade, obviously, until you get to 930, then you have erratic movements. But we're also going to be adding in a pair to pretty much every session for the people who don't like the spreads on their indices and commodities, okay? All right, guys, so thank you so much for tuning in. Message us if you have any questions. Everyone who joined right now, I'm going to be updating everything in the next hour, so you will hear from me, okay? Guys, thank you very, very much. I hope everyone has a good day. We will resume tomorrow. And lastly, I'm just going to check gold right here. Remember, I told you about that inverse, that head and shoulder pattern that's starting to form. This is the continuation pattern. You have a shoulder here, right? You have a head here, and then you have a shoulder pattern here. And this is why you're getting that continuation. All right, that's a head and shoulder pattern, which is a great way to end the call. And if you don't understand these types of chart patterns, sign up for the boot camp and we will go over absolutely everything with you, okay? So that's what it's looking like right now. Let's see if it's going to get a continuation down to that 1790.5 area, all right, which will be a complete reversal, all right? All right, guys, thank you so much. Remember, head and shoulder pattern on gold starting to form. Let's see if we're going to have that actual continuation. Remember 1793, if it starts to break there, it's going to have a continuation down, overall consolidation area. All right, guys, have a good call. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless, and hope everyone has a great day. All right, later.